fast day.
stream? We didn't tell
Will
you that
we
when
see
you
a
were.
third fast day?
All right, we're
I
live
mean,
right
C9 already
now.
made it a
Yes, we are
fast day in the
live.
upper bracket just recently.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of fast days.
Update title.
We are.
Okay.
Are we cursing it?
All right, you should
Yeah,
be
I'm
good.
Yes.
trying to.
Oh,
I'm really trying to. I
Awesome.
would love to have extra.
Oh my
Let's
god.
look at the
Production idea is
bracket.
mad.
So here's the history of fast days in the
There you
bracket.
go. So you got the chat
where
there.
we're at.
Lovely.
We're actually down to 14.
Okay, now.
So today we're seeing the winners final.
Do it
between
again,
C9 and
Sentinels.
Sen.
Do it again.
The winner will go straight to the grand finals. Loser will drop into that lower final, which will be the second matchup of next weekend. So we'll have 4 teams battling next weekend to try and get our first stand representative. C9 Sentinels, obviously the game today.
Yep.
With C9 having a bit more fan support, I'd say.
A bit
A
more.
bit.
Just a little.
Yeah?
I'd say it's like very, very
Yeah.
C9 in favor.
It's an army.
Yeah.
They're just they're decimating people and they're getting a fandom behind it.
Yeah. They've looked incredibly good.
Yeah.
This player of the game leaders for APA, like dominating player of the series. Dominating as player of the week specifically, of course. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
But
didn't
as I foolishly brought up on my podcast, they've only beaten Lion and Team Liquid.
All right, chat. Welcome to the chat.
They only beat like the best teams.
It's a League of Legends playoff match, but we're going to be doing some Valorant chat, and I'm going to be connecting with Tarek. Hang on.
What we have from the community.
All right, Tarek, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Rob?
It's been a big week. Wait, what did I do? Oh wait, hang on.
You hear
Maybe I
your-
should mute there. Now we got it. How about
There you
now?
go. Yeah, I hear you good.
Lovely. So yeah, it's been a big week. A lot going on, a lot to talk about.
Everyone just saw the news, yeah.
I think, as the people like to say, hey, Sen City, lot to talk about.
Uh-huh.
So now the question is, do we jump right in, or do we have to take a little moment, because otherwise we're going to be having this exact conversation over and over and over again? Or do we just...
Okay, I think we can give it a couple minutes because you just started your Sentinel stream as well, right?
Yes.
So that we can talk about this game that's coming up really
Yeah, let's
quickly.
do that. So let's
for
talk
the league
about
team.
that. Let's talk about League. And then here's what we'll do. And I should... oh, Tarek, I was supposed to send you a pin. Oops. I got to see if... Ali, are you listening? Send me a pin for Tarek. There was supposed to be a chat pin today. But hey. So, all right, here's where we are in League of Legends. Okay? This is the upper semi. It's double elimination. We've yet to lose a match in the playoffs. So therefore, if we lose to Cloud9 today, which is highly likely,
Is it 20-80 odds, would you say?
90-10, 20-80, definitely something like that.
20-80, damn.
Well, yeah, because Cloud9 only changed one player from their roster from last year, right? So they changed their mid laner, and he's been popping off. So the one person they changed, he's been popping off,
Is
right?
he on FlyQuest now? No.
And so, no. He was the Team Liquid's mid laner, has become the Cloud9 mid laner.
I see.
And so Cloud9 has just been on a roll. Cloud9's lost one map. They've won their last 2 matches. They just destroyed FlyQuest. And so there is no question that Cloud9 is the odds-on favorite, because we have a team that just is coming together. They have a 4-man core that's played together for a while and then added a 5th who's just jumped in. And so, like, we're already way ahead of plan that we're actually sitting here in the upper final.
Top 3 guaranteed, right?
What's that? I'm top 3 guaranteed.
Yeah.
And so this would be a shock if somehow we manage to win today. I would be impressed if we won a game. I told my coach, as long as the 3 games lasted 80 minutes, it was a success.
I think the question is, how is it in league? Like when one team is the favorites, like do underdogs just get swept, or
You know, it's
like, how does it
funny.
go?
It feels to me, and people could tell me that I'm being heavily influenced with recency bias. But it has this weekend. So this is the 3rd playoff match of the weekend. And the other 2 matches, the team who won game 1, which was the favorite, then just steamrolled the other people. This is a best of 5 today. So Team Liquid on Friday, Lion yesterday, just destroyed their opponent and just ran them over. So I'm a little nervous that I've seen the future. But hey, here we are.
I see. Underdog story as possible, just unlikely.
Highly unlikely. Then again, Yensu is in your chat today.
Yinsu is in the chat. We got a couple of good luck charms here, potentially.
Yensu's in the chat because she just wanted to get the down low on what happened in the Valorant team.
Yeah. Okay, so is that so? It said in your news or your press statement, first phase of changes. I guess that's like the big part of it.
Yes. Okay. So the changes kind of go hand in hand with why we're making the change today, right? Which is that, the stat people will spam me with, and Bren on Plat Chat already started last week, of saying Kaplan's a great coach. Why would you possibly replace Kaplan? He went to 6 of 7 of the last internationals. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Kaplan went to 6 of 7 internationals with Zekin as his duelist and John as his IGL. So when Kaplan came back from Paris, his solution to how the season ended was to want to replace Zekin as the duelist and to replace John as the IGL. That was not something we agreed with. And so we've had a process as an org for a very long time of how we interact with our coaches and our staff. Like Eric Ma and Charlie Lipsy we've been doing this together for a decade. And normally the way we process this is we kind of go back and forth and we come to a consensus of what a plan is and then implement the plan.
One thing people are saying in the chat is, didn't Zekin make the decision to leave at the end of his contract?
Okay, so let's just talk about how we got there. Champs was September. When did we get knocked out of Champs?
Was it end of September, October?
Yes, toward the end of September. Okay, so it was a month later that his contract was ending. We weren't trying to keep him to be our duelist. We never talked to him about it. So I'm saying I'm not how can you say I'm scapegoating the guy who made a decision? That is, by definition, the opposite of being a scapegoat is when you force your employer to do a decision they disagree with. That isn't scapegoating. That is taking responsibility for your mistakes. And then with John, he decided he didn't want John to be his IGL anymore. He and John had worked together for 4 years. So the problem you have is now the funny thing about people saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So yeah, here was the issue we're faced with, right? When our coach is adamant that these are the changes he wants to make, right? Are we supposed to just tell him? But he had the right contractually, which I'll never give again. He actually had the right to make the final say on roster within the budget.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a thing? I'm surprised that's the thing for coaches.
Well,
is that normal?
Tarek, I don't know if it is or was. It will never be for us. So any coach you'd like to interview with us, please know we will never give that again. Because that is what happened. So like John not being the IGL was 100% not coming from us. So everyone's asking the question, which is a great question to ask, which is John returning to be the IGL? Derek, ask me that question.
Is John returning to be the IGL?
Yes.
Damn, okay.
So part of the process with Ewok coming in as the coach was the conversation about what the direction was going to be and how we were going to move forward. And so now this is no fault of Caillou's, but he's like a rookie. And this is like a crazy high stress job to put him in. So when people say, well, your roster isn't any good, why are you blaming Kaplan? It's like, well, this was Kaplan's roster, not the one we wanted. And so the first thing that's happening is John is returning as IGL. And that is, as part of the conversations with Ewok and him joining us, was the first step in like getting this going again, was John returning to be the IGL. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it's unfortunate for Caillou, but you have a guy. So now we're back to those stats, right? We have a guy who has an IGL, went to 6 of 7 internationals and won the first one he went to. He was in tier 1. Oddly, he was in tier 1 in 2022, and then Ghost Gaming did not become part of partnership. And then he was on M80, played in the Ascension tournament, lost in the finals to the Guard. and then joined us, and then had a spectacular run as IGL. And so
Caillou got
John
put into a bit of a
is
shitty spot
returning.
where, yeah, a little bit of a shitty spot because he had to deliver pretty hard. Otherwise, John was kind of essentially always there, waiting, lurking around the corner.
Wait, is that my audio or yours?
It's probably yours.
Is
it me? You hear? What do you hear?
It's kind of got an echo to it, but okay.
Oh, do you hear yourself?
No, just like when I'm hearing you. But anyway, the key is that, like I said, there were two big decisions that we disagreed with that were made. So when we have our worst performance ever, like this is worse than 2023, right? You have to make a decision. So the issue always is, right? Do you wait and play it out, or do you start to make the change? And in 2023, we made the change early in the year, and we won Madrid within 12 months of that change. And so at some point, you just have no choice but to lean in to say, hey, so again, when you say Rob is doing the blame game is a funny comment. Like, the guy made two decisions we disagreed with. They were bad decisions. So you have to live with your bad decisions.
So I guess it came down to it being a decision between whether you trust things to get better by waiting out or making changes now and, going a different route.
Yes. And the
that was
problem,
choice that had to
right?
be made.
And the problem is, right, since we disagreed with it going in, right, it's then really hard to say, oh, I bet it's going to work out if we keep going with it. Right? And so I think that is the key here. And so, yes, we will be doing trials starting Tuesday. That is very clear. People are spamming names in the chat. You can, Charlie's going to hate me right now. Just go at Charlie Lipsy on Twitter for any roster suggestions you have. And so
there's one common theme in the chat. I see a lot of Jonah P's being thrown around, which I guess you can't confirm or deny because trials are probably meant to be kept private. But
are trials ever private?
I mean, it depends on if the team leaks it or not. They try to play on Smurf accounts or whatever, so you can't see them.
That's probably true. Yeah. That's probably true. And so, but yes. So that is what's going on. And like I said, you either have to make a decision of, see now, international soccer fans are very familiar with this. No group of people, no sport do people change their coaches faster than in soccer or international football, as you like to say. Mm-hmm. So if you're a soccer fan, this is not that surprising. But all that to say, yeah, this sucks. This is definitely not what we wanted to have happen. Right? But you get to a place of saying, do we think this combination is going to work? And if the players themselves don't think it's going to work, then you're nowhere, right? Like this isn't like the players were saying, oh, we're on a roll here. Give us more time. This will work. That was definitely not the consensus of the team.
Mm-hmm. So it's not only, management stepping in, it's also a combination of the players' thoughts and opinions coming together.
No question. And so that is the key. So now there are things I can and can't say about roster, mainly because you're required to have 5 players on your roster at all times. So there are roster moves we cannot make, right? But, there's highly likely to be 2 roster moves.
It's highly likely to be 2 roster moves. So
yes.
Caillou, and then there's a question mark next to it.
Yes. So certainly.
Here's the question I would have for you, Rob. Is the other player in question still trialing for their spot? Is that why it's not determined yet? Or is it because we're not ready to share that information?
No, because again, we're back to the same issue, which is we can't drop players because you have to have 5 players on your roster, right? Mm-hmm. And so, again, you get back to team chemistry. You get back to what are you trying to build with? Who do you believe you can build with? And so, it definitely did not work with Narrate as the duelist. That did not work. Mm-hmm. And it did not work removing John from IGL. So those are the issues we are now solving for.
So Redux is back to Duelist.
And so, but again, it may be that Redux goes to Duelist or we find a new Duelist, right? That Redux could stay on the role he's on or Redux could change. And then, so that is what's happening. And like I said, yes, we kind of blew things up in the middle of 2023 and within a year we won a major. So the point is not about stage one. The point is about how do we get to as close as possible to the next time we can win a major. Like that is our goal. That's our fans' goal. We appreciate that as our fans' goal. And we agree that that is what our target always should be.
Yeah.
And if we don't see a path where we're not on a path to accomplish that, then we're not on the right path.
Right.
And so Ewok was the RRQ coach last year. They won stage one and came in second to stage two. They played Paper X in the finals both times. And so I reached out to smart people in the space who I respected. His name came up. And then, we worked it through with him. Now, the one key thing is someone in the chat just said is yes, Nade Shot left. This is Nade Shot's alter ego. Did you see the picture of Ewok I sent you, Tarek?
Yeah, I saw it. And we also just pulled it up on stream before you sent it too.
And
yeah,
do you think that looks like Nade Shot's brother?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some Nade Shot there. Well, I got a good one here on my stream. This one sells it pretty well. But yeah, we've got Nade Shot coaching the team now.
There it is.
Full circle.
So we were lucky that he was available right now. And so, yes. So that is, and like I said, the first big decision was the combination of him being the coach, John being the IGL, and then going from there. And so, like I said, Cortez is my favorite player. This last month was a disaster for him. But like I said, when you get into what's happening in team chemistry, it starts to affect people. And so, like I said, Redux, is like my adopted son. You and I streamed all of his matches for a year. And the question is just not what role he can play, but what role we need him to play, because he has the best attitude and will do whichever those roles we need him to do, and confident he will be great at that.
Yeah. So trials start on Tuesday. So I don't know when stage one exactly starts, but
stage
I guess
one
have
starts.
a roster for a while.
Stage one starts April 10th, I believe, ish.
Okay. And when's the roster lock to have like your team submitted?
I do not know.
Okay, but it'll be at least a couple of weeks, I guess, before we hear anything.
It will definitely be a couple of weeks. All right, so wait, I'm trying to read your chat, but they're spamming so fast, Derek, I can't even read it. Give me the one or two most frequently asked questions.
I guess the only thing you've confirmed in terms of the roster is Caillou being replaced by John as IGO. Has he already been told ahead of this, or is he finding out this week?
No.
Okay. I would imagine so, but I wanted to confirm it from the chat too. Because if Caillou's in the chat right now finding out.
Caillou's in the chat saying, wait, Rob. So, yes. And like I said, we've had the conversation. The players know where they stand. And we're now like I said, looking to make sure we have a team that can win majors. That is our goal.
Everyone's saying tens. Is there any world tens comes back to the team?
By the way, if you all want to manifest tens returning, Tarek, you remember you did a whole thing with my players last year. And what did I say? Who did I say was my favorite player?
Yeah, tens.
Yeah, if tens wants to play, he can show up anytime, knock on my door, and I will figure out a spot in the roster for him.
It's in his hands.
He just needs to walk in and say, Rob, I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, guys, bad news, good news. It's great news for 4 of you, bad news for 1. Or 5 of you. It's great news for the coach and his 4 teammates.
Yeah.
So, but yes, so that is where we are in the process. And like I said, when I looked at my post, the 3 questions I kept getting asked were, why are you blaming Kaplan for the roster? And it's because we as an organization did not agree with these decisions. Like, we just didn't. Like, Zekin is amazing. He's beloved. The guy has been with us for the last 3 years, and we were not having any conversation with him about staying the duelist. None. Right? So that was something we weren't excited about. And then the decision to replace John as the IGL, like I said, that is ultimately Kaplan's decision. Or we would have had to replace Kaplan, which would have also, like, what would have been more controversial if we replaced him right after champs, or if we replaced him now? I don't know.
Replaced who after champs?
Kaplan.
Oh, I see.
Like, if I basically said to Kaplan,
it's hard, yeah.
we're not going to, right?
I mean,
We're
you're
not
getting flack for it now after
Yes.
having a poor performance.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Is there any world Zekin returns, or is that ship sailed?
Zekin is on MIBR, so if
It's
Zekin
tricky.
ever becomes a free agent again in his career, I will be his first call.
Yeah. Is Kaplan's contract? Is he going to basically be LFT, or will he still be
Yes.
under Sentinels?
Kaplan is LFT.
But under Sentinels, or
No, Kaplan is free agent.
Oh, I see.
Kaplan is no longer with Sentinels.
I see. What about Zelsis? No, I'm just kidding.
David, oh, by the way, well, here's the thing I'll say about Zelsis, right? Because I love Jordan, okay? I will agree with it. I will argue with anyone who will argue, like, our Masters Madrid win, Zelsis was a huge part of that, okay? So I will always be loyal to Jordan / Zelsis for his role in us having that major. Jordan's a huge part of that, right? But somehow after champs, the only two people that Kaplan was convinced he wanted to keep were Narrate and Zelsis. Like, if you watch the scrims after champs, right, for 3 weeks, VCT scrims and Tactical Rap kept saying, this is interesting. Narrate and Zelsis are part of every stream. But once Caillou was going to be the IGL, that it just felt like we had to have John's firepower and to keep John. And so that's when we had to make a decision between John and Jordan right at that point. And so the good news for Zelsis was that there was a spot open for him at Cloud9. Bad news for Mitch. Great news for Cloud9. And as you've seen, like, how John has played, like, John was the top rated player in the tournament. And so, John still has the mechanical gift he always had. And so he needs to, like I said, his calling and his leadership were a huge part of our success over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Can you ask if the players had a say? The players definitely did not believe we were on a path to win a major. Like, the players agreed we needed to make changes. And so it's never a case where a player is going to walk in and say, hey, Rob, can you fire my coach? That's not the way a player would ever say it, but the player will definitely say, hey, we're having issues, right? And so that's where you get into where the players are involved, but it's not from a direct level of saying, you should replace my coach. But it's more about saying, hey, these are the issues we're struggling with. And then in those issues, you get to a place of saying, well, this is one of the ways we have to solve them. Hang on one sec. Liz, you're in the chat. Ask the question in the chat. I'm reading it as fast as it's scrolling by. Oh, Liz is on the call, Jerry tells me. No, she's saying add Liz to the call. I'm saying, Liz, just type in the chat whatever you want to ask me. Sam has a question. Whoa, Sam, you have a question? Do you want to know what our address is for trials? Tarek, do you see that Sam's in your chat with a question?
Yeah, Sam and Shanks are begging for a trial, but I don't know.
Sam and Sanks together? Tuesday. Yeah. Tell me when you guys want a trial. What do you think of Sam and Shanks together as a combo? Do they want a trial together, or they're both just requesting a trial? separately.
I
Wait,
feel they probably want to be a package deal, but I think Shanks brings Sam down a lot. Like Sam on his own would.
what is Sam
thrive.
saying? I just see Sam saying no, but what was Sam's actual question of me in your chat? What did he actually ask?
Sam's question in the chat was Tuesday, 2 p.m. I'm ready.
Done.
But he's
I will.
definitely joking.
By the way, and you know what?
No, Sam's question is, can you give Shanks a trial? Actually,
Exactly. So, oh, by the way, Tarek, do you realize what third level thinking that is by Sam?
how does that go?
Well, wait, is Sam part of G2 or NRG at this point?
I don't know. If
Shanks.
he's still contracted by.
Is Shanks
on
part of G2 or NRG?
Shanks is G2.
Oh, then yes. I don't know why
Shanks is
Sam.
G2. Sam is NRG.
No,
I
Sam's
think.
NRG. So I actually don't know why. I don't know why he's trying to get Shanks a job. Shanks on G2 is the best thing for NRG possible. So Xander ND, the reason why the long leash evaporated is the way the team was coalescing or not coalescing was not working in any way, shape, or form. So there was no reason to believe it would get better. And so, okay, so yes, people are saying, well, wait, will John not shoot as well if he's the IGL? And you're like, okay, John could shoot a lot less well, and we would still be much better off. Because
I think John
again,
was a good fragging IGL, even when he was calling.
yeah, because Caillou is being the IGL for his IGLing, not for his fragging. And so your hope is whoever that person comes in, right, has better, the combination of John and that person are better than the combination of Caillou and John. That's the hope. We could be wrong. I'm never going to accept the fact that we're never going to make a mistake. But that is exactly the question.
Will Gunter be Ewok's assistant coach?
He is Ewok's assistant coach, yes. Oh, that is the one question I didn't answer, so yes. Luke/Gunter. It always throws me off that his gamer name is Gunter, even though his real name is Luke. So yes, Gunter is the assistant coach.
When do you think this is the deadline to say if this change of path has paid off?
When we win the first major of 27? If we don't go to Masters, whatever the first Masters of 2027 is, this was a failure. Hopefully, the real swing here is, right, we're making this change now to try and qualify for champs, but we're now so far behind, right? Because we got no points. Because Furia has 4 points, right? Like, to get to a place where you can qualify on points from where we are right now is so hard that we're going to probably have to come in top 2 to make champs. So there's a real chance we miss out on champs this year. And so this is where you're trying to fix to get to a place where can we make champs this year, and or are we now in a place where we hit the ground running for next year?
It's top 2 points and then third, fourth qualify?
It's top 2 qualify and then third or fourth go on points.
Oh, I see. Another question in the chat is, will you guys have a 6th man? And if Tens is not available, is Tarek an option?
You know, I've asked Tarek to officially become the 6th man, so maybe, chat, you have the ability to make that confirmed. There was a moment where Caillou was stuck in Canada, and there was a moment where Tarek might have actually played against Furia. There was like a 3-hour window where Caillou was trying to cross the border and Tarek was warming up.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine?
I can.
Think of the timeline. If you showed up, we beat Furia, and we go on a run, none of this ever happens. So it's kind of your fault.
I just dropped 30 kills on ISO in my last ranked game.
Exactly.
We're some of the best players in the world.
Oh, I will turn on the LCS audio chat now. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're now going to have a League of Legends upper semi. And now at the end of the game, we'll have some dead time again, and then we'll regroup on any questions people have about roster decisions. I'm not going to answer any more roster decisions till after game 1 is over. Hopefully this game lasts more than 30 minutes.
We're paywalling any more questions.
Correct.
Also, this is a BO5, Rob.
BO5. But for better or worse, in the world of best of fives, Tarek, over the last 2 days, the best of fives have
They're
lasted.
not looking good for the underdogs.
They've gone so fast. They weren't like best of fives.
I feels like so far this tournament, Cloud9 have had a fast pass. They're going to the front of the line. They don't wait in any lines. They're instantly on the ride. They're winning. They're smashing people.
Pushing all the little kids out of the way.
Exactly. Like they definitely paid for the
Shrey
fast
Nas
pass.
FC,
And
I agree with
also
you.
saw, during
Someone in your chat just made a very articulate point, Tarek.
What did they say?
They said we could have had whatever players we wanted. Why did we go tier 2? Great question. That was not the org's decision.
Please, come on.
But
It is what it is, and now we
good
go
to see, you know,
forward.
they're definitely in good
Okay.
spirits.
So,
there's been some back and
chat.
forth, you know,
All right,
especially
Tarek,
impact
I'm not looking
with,
at your chat right now. I'm now back
Okay.
to the League of
with
Legends
some,
chat. Now,
some light
here we go.
banter, so we'll
Best
see.
of 5.
You know, I think
Cloud9
the
is
lead
the
right
best
before,
team in the
he's like, yeah,
league.
you know,
They've been on a
Cloud9,
roll.
they are
They're historic. They're like one of the historical top teams. Okay, now I'm really going to say something, Tarek. They're the G2 of League of
See if
Legends.
they can upset the
They
everyone's
just run LCS and
Means they're known for, like, not getting to the finish line.
well, like are they qualifying for the internationals or no?
They used to, and then not do well. Last year, they actually didn't have a good finish. But like I said, they are the heavy favorites here. I will be so happy if we win in one game. Anyone asking about Redux, he's like, Tarek will tell you how much I love Redux.
Redux is safe.
Redux isn't safe. Redux is like,
Since we're bringing this idea up live on air,
My
I
Redux
think
is
they're gonna
not
have to do
safe.
it.
I think so too.
Choppin 2824 with the gifted sub. That's what Choppin does in my chat, Derek. He's the guy. He's the GOAT. Choppin 2824. the
Choppin
GOAT.
2024.
The GOAT. All right, now back to League of Legends. I said no more Valorant talk. League of Legends talk. Here we
Did you
go.
consult with the league team about the Valorant changes or not really? They're locked in on the season.
They are.
I wonder
They're-
how much they know about Valorant.
They're locked in.
That takes one more
Like I
off the
said,
top
this would be crazy if we won this today, Derek.
What happened to the Rats? What happened to the Lost Ratones?
Lost Ratones. So for better or worse, right? Like they were never supposed to be in the LEC. It was just like he put this together as like a content play, right?
Okay.
And then he entered the basically tier 2 of the League of Legends Europe. And then his team won one of the splits in tier 2. And then at the beginning of this year, the LEC invited 2 teams to come play in their kickoff tournament.
Okay.
One was Los Ratones and one was K-Corp Blue, who had won the EMEA at the end. And so then they went on a crazy great run and then just missed out on playoffs in a painful scenario of tiebreakers that they couldn't get through.
Damn. But they played like great throughout the season, and it was just like small margin. in
Well,
terms
so
of points?
basically what they do is they start the season with, there's 12 teams. You do 11 best of ones. And then from the 11 best of ones, you made top 8 teams made playoffs. And they lost on a tiebreaker where if they won their last game or if Fnatic beat G2.
So they didn't get top 8.
They did not get top 8, so they did not make the playoffs.
They didn't have a good run.
No, they ended up going 5 and 6. But they started out 0 and 4.
Oh, so they had a great comeback. I see.
And then they had a
Damn,
great
that's tough.
comeback. Okay, Tarek.
That's tough.
Tarek, Ali TFT has sent you the chat pin. If you could
Okay, I got
please throw the chat pin up there. Give a shout out to the boys at Starforge PC, the best PCs in the business. Those of you on Tarek's stream, there'll be a chat pin inviting you to come hang out. Get yourself a Starforge PC. Okay, so here we go. The draft. See, this is where I'm useless. So Tarek, the one thing about League that I always say to my chat is, I know just enough to be annoying, but I do not understand enough to say, oh, this is a good draft or a bad draft, other than occasionally I'm like, ooh, I hate that champion. But by and large, that's way beyond my level of sophistication.
on the dive, but how
Are you talking about the
draft.
like, comps?
Yeah, the team comps.
Yeah.
Team comps. That's not my thing.
Chad, you gotta tell us whose comp is looking meta or better here.
Gonna be
I
fairly
wonder if
difficult,
Sentinels maybe
I
take
would
some
think,
risks today.
for Darkwings here as far as the
All I
jungle
know is I need
pressure
impact on an
goes.
actual
Pantheon
tank, not a
early,
carry, and we have a chance.
early Pantheon
Okay,
games with
so
the last point click
so
done.
he's playing Gnar, which I'm a big
Renekton,
fan
right?
of.
Oh, that's Gnar? Okay.
Coming at
And
you.
so Gnar's
Just
big
struggle
ult
to,
is he
walk
turns
and
into a
dash
giant
in ranges,
mega
so
beast for a
Flabber has
window of
been
time where he can
absolute
stun
terror early on. We'll
people.
see if it does continue.
And if
Bottom
when
lane
he's like
priority,
hits
though.
it well, he can
A
like
lot
knock
of,
3 people to a
fans coming
wall.
through here towards some
I
of the
see.
chances.
And so in the middle of a fight, he can
Dominant
suddenly
stuff.
just disable
Lane
3 people,
priority
which is
definitely
always a
will
good
be
thing.
big.
It will, and that's why I'm thinking
So
about, we haven't seen
Mbessa, who
Seraphine around the world, that is something that
so
has been
I'm
available.
looking
Of
at
course,
backwards.
Sentinels
They
will
have
have
Gnar.
last
We have
We have
Renekton.
Renekton, right?
We have
Okay, that's what
Renekton
I
and
was thinking.
Mbessa. Mbessa is definitely one of right now OP champions.
Is that Hombox?
And then Hombach, and then Impact playing Renekton, which is
Yeah.
he's known for his Renekton.
Wait, Darkwings is playing Rise or someone else?
Darkwings is playing Rise.
Okay.
But obviously Cloud9 disagrees because they're double.
Rise has an ability. You know League of Legends, but
I
for
know
the
Rise,
Sentinels
Rise
fans,
has a superpower ability, right? Where he gets mega strong.
well, Rise has the ability to take everybody on a field trip. You all jump
Oh,
in the
I don't know about that.
Rise. You all jump in the Rise taxi. Chat, is there a max to how many people Rise can grab and teleport with him? My chat does tend to help me out here. Like, there are a couple of actual people who know.
It covers a lot of these like side lane bases and some defensive
Arian Gene 9467. After this, we'll talk about Valorant again. Jerry's a newbie still. All right.
So I actually really like Sentinels draft priorities in this first game. You talked about it with Thanatos. I think they're doing the same thing with Vulcan. They're trying to
So,
picks that are both good for them.
The whole team can jump in the Rise ult, Tarek. So literally,
Yeah.
basically, the Rise can take his whole team and teleport as an entire group together.
Where are they going?
Like
Oh,
you can
zip
do
out?
you can do a 5-man teleport.
Oh, I see. They like stand next to him and he
Yes.
can TP everyone to a ward.
Correct. Or wherever. You can TP to
Whoa.
like
Yeah, to a turret or a minion.
yes. Or like there's 2 guys by themselves. You can suddenly take 5 people and start a 5v2.
Wait, that's kind of crazy.
So that is
That's
the
insane.
Rise superpower. Now, Bard is one of those champions. So who he's playing Bard at support, it's one of those champions that when you're on with it, you look amazing. When you're bad with it, you look horrible.
Is he like? I see. What does Bard do again? Is he like? Is a lot of skill shots, right? Is that what it is?
He creates a portal called the Magical Journey where you can all jump and again you can move, and then he can also his key abilities like can freeze you, right? He can suddenly disable you and you're frozen, but he can also immune the turret or the Drake to damage with his ult.
I see. Interesting. Okay.
So like it's the crazy superpower. If the other team's trying to take a dragon, he can suddenly immune the dragon for a couple seconds, so you can like get into better position.
Yeah.
So it is, and who he's been playing great, by the way.
Yeah.
Like he's like the super veteran, and like he's definitely the last 2 matches been playing amazingly well. And he's the primary shot caller.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Have you been listening to their comms much or not really? I don't know if you've heard their comms. And
For
how they sound.
like some of the VODs, I'll listen just to see like some of the team fights.
Yeah.
TTK Grizzly says he does not see the Sen PC bundle. Is that true? Ali, fact check that. What happens when you go on that link, Ali?
Wait, is the thing is not pinned?
No, the pin is there. He said it didn't work for him. I don't know. It's not the Send PC bundle. It's just a Valentine's sale. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna let. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Now here's the one thing I will say. Okay, our team is very good at team fighting. They're not great at laning. So that is the place. The risk we have is that Cloud9 just bullies us in lane and then never looks back.
Who's the hard carry for Cloud9? Is it APA?
APA.
APA?
And so APA is their mid laner who's been hard carrying. He's been like the MVP of the tournament so far.
I see.
So we'll keep an eye on how those assists stack up as we go throughout the series.
Oh.
If anybody can steal someone
Okay.
else's position. Right now, though, at the beginning of our game number 1, he is going to take a little bit of punishment down here in that bottom lane 2v2 as Sven and Vulcan want to continue to control the wave. Of course, he has his little shrines.
I was in the wrong YouTube channel.
Opposite directions here early on in this one.
that's the big
I
thing
was
with the Pantheon, especially for
on my
Blabber.
personal
What's your
YouTube.
timer, by the way? 209, 210?
That's why I really
We're
like
synced
that
up, right?
Oh, 206. Hang on, let me pause for you.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So you
Read
should-
it.
217, 218, 219, 220.
and try
I'm
to
on
get
Twitch.
Oh wait, I went the other way. I just put myself
I'm-
behind.
yeah,
I
yeah, I'm
realized.
ahead. I'm
Oh,
ahead.
no. I realized you're ahead. Okay, let's try this again. 225.
trying to make a
232,
Oh,
233.
I'm 5 seconds behind you.
How's
Alex.
that?
summoner spell.
Alex. Oh, I'm on YouTube. You're on Twitch.
Should I switch back to YouTube?
Can you switch to YouTube?
I can switch to YouTube.
Because you're
I'll
better
do it real quick.
technically than me.
Yeah.
Guarantee that
Alright.
he has access to this top side scuttle crab here with those about to spawn. You can see the wave also being crashed into the bottom lane tier 1 there by Cloud9, so they've got that same control for Blabber on this bottom part of the map, and it's looking like we're not going to get any of the crazy early crab battles, and we'll just have to wait until the usual level 6 one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mesa wanna
he's gonna
back
come to
away
YouTube, I think.
away from
How's your timer now? 258, 259.
Okay, now I'm ahead of
Three?
you.
What are you at?
309.
Okay, hold on.
So I'll hold. Oh,
No. I'll catch up. Okay, what are you at?
So just click here.
316, 317.
Okay, we're good.
All right.
319, 320, 321.
Little bit lazy recall off, but look at the Krug's respawn timer. It's not super soon, and Humbach, since he did start Raptor, he's got the early Raptor respawn. This has become a big issue. We just saw yesterday. Defending your second Raptors can win you a whole game.
More
or lose
importantly,
a
I
whole
want
game if you
this.
int yesterday. Defending your second
All right.
Raptors can win you a whole game.
Here we
or
go.
lose you a whole game if you int over them.
So Cloud9 is known for their laning. We are not. We're known for our team fighting. Okay?
I can see bots already getting pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, so that's the key for us is not to get totally trolled early in the game. Like if we somehow get first kill, then we're off and running. But the good news is we're dead even right now, right?
We are, yeah. Impact's getting lit up a little bit. Oh my god. He's playing versus a ranged character as melee, which is kind of hard, I would say.
Yeah, but he's Renekton, so he'll get to a point pretty quick where he's unkillable.
I see, just tank.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Just make him the tank.
He's not missing any time with the
Just
interrupt.
don't die.
He got his second Krugs respawn basically as they respawn. Same thing here with Raptors, so he still remains efficient.
Yep, Humbach going to be feeling pretty happy, though. Had a really fast clear, got to do both the respawns of those little camps, and now is out on Wolves with a better buy, has the Tunneler, so going to be pretty strong.
The
right
winner
now.
of this goes to the grand finals as well, right?
6 for Humbach.
Winner of this goes to the grand final. Loser goes to the lower final. Both are played next weekend. Lower final Saturday, grand final Sunday.
But
see.
the move speed becomes really, really difficult, and it's so easy when you're in Mininar then. Post 6, Renekton stuns, in comes the public execution, and you can sometimes get that 100-0 play.
Got a little time here. When you do the Raptor starts,
All right.
has a little bit of extra time. He actually dropped his Gromp to make this play, though. So Impact wants a dive.
Look at this, Rob. Look at this, Rob. Get ready for it. Get ready for it.
What? I thought we were on the same timer.
We are. 514.
Oh,
Look,
yes,
look,
yes,
dive.
yes.
It's a dive. It's a dive.
Here we go.
Easy, easy. No, yes, go. Wait. That's some faker shit right there.
Let's
The 1
go.
Played there,
Wait, they got Drake for
They
it.
got
What's
Drake,
worse?
but we got first blood. You know what?
again,
It's like
I'm going to
traded,
say,
kind of?
given our risk, right? Given our risk of them getting ahead in lane, right? Us doing something to make get us some gold. I'm not too afraid of giving them a Drake but getting some gold.
It's big for Hambach because he's a jungler. Now he's going to be way stronger on his gank.
And he's on
Right.
Imbessa, which is definitely
Early game skill.
definitely a champion that can take over the game.
I see. But like, I think it's good for jungler to get the kill because like he's
By the
gonna
way-
roam and be stronger.
Okay, so Tarek, did you see Golden Glue there?
Yeah, shearing.
It makes as much noise as me. He
That's
gets
crazy.
he goes as crazy as I do. We were laughing. He said as a prank he needed to bring in some incense and like some
calm down.
mood lighting.
Oh!
Yeah, I think he might have
Oh!
Kaboom! Let's go!
Catch. Wait,
Humbach!
he's
Uh-oh.
laughing.
Wait a
He's
second.
laughing,
Uh-oh.
delusional.
Uh-oh, Humbach's online. Uh-oh, Humbach's online.
Is Hambach nuts? Hold on.
Hambach is... See, the thing that's great about Hambach is he loves to scrap, so he's fun. Now,
He's a risky player.
he'll
kind of, you would say?
occasionally make some moves that drive me nuts, but when he's on, he's so much fun. Like, he's like your typical duelist who loves to dive in, but sometimes you're like, whoa, 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 wait. But when he's on, it's amazing. And then sometimes you're like, wait, what are you doing? Wait for your teammates. He's like, nah, I got this.
Sounds like a risky player. I like that too.
But especially in a game like this, right? That's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah. Also, APA. Actually, the CS is still pretty good. This farm.
Oh, wait, you're 2 seconds ahead of me. Pause yourself.
What's your timer?
7-7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22, 23,
All right,
24.
perfect.
Okay,
Now we're
now we're
synced.
perfect. Yeah, now we're
All right.
perfect. I think I was a couple seconds ahead on the play.
Yeah,
and then
you were.
just
But it was fine, actually, because you could see the future in a good way.
Well, I didn't know yet. I was just seeing it being set up, but yeah.
But both times.
Wait, watch this one.
What? No, we got
never mind.
Incredibly well, I think, in the jungle.
We got it. We synced.
And because there is such good setup
Um,
from the Bard, from the Rise, from the Renekton.
So, all right, we got a 1K gold lead at 7 minutes. You know what? I'm happy. Just let's get a tech pause so we can savor this moment. Tech pause, please.
It looks good.
Have some sort of openings, but
Let's get a tech pause. I just want to savor the lead.
So they did get their dragon. Was one of the
Now, somebody told me that Cadril was going to stream today.
Stream this NA matches?
Yeah, he is actually. Cadril is streaming.
Is he watching this game?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So the perfect thing about that is my favorite content is to get Golden Glue to react to Cadril memeing his drafts. That was a lot of, or to just
like really smart about it, right?
because Cadril is the smartest guy maybe on the planet about drafts. Like Cadril like watches so many matches and so many drafts in Europe and Korea, right? That he just knows what team comps go with what team comps, what's a great team comp, what's a bad team comp.
Thinking about using that Talia and Pantheon combo to make something happen. We do have the wave already crashed into the bottom lane tier.
Okay, so this is what I was a little bit afraid of. So at this point, right? Although the bot lane we're only a little bit behind. So that's the key, is we're only a little bit behind. Because this was what I was afraid of, is that so there you go. See Tarek, who he uses that magical journey, so it gives you the ability to move faster because you can like go
Get a base quicker or get away from a fight.
And then, like I said, Dark Wings gives you the ability to TP with your team.
That's going to be interesting when I see that. This is ult, right? I'm
Yeah,
guessing
it's his ult. Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of vision here.
Yeah, it's kind of just a line of words all through. So, well done there by C9.
Yeah, like I said, who he's been playing great so far. So that's the hope, is he just keeps it up. Because it is amazing how the meta has changed over the years, where the support became such a bigger factor. Uh-oh, RIP Impact. Oh, well.
He's dead.
You know what?
Unless he has flash.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Wait,
flash.
wait.
Good
Oh, I thought he'd
good
flashed
flash.
already.
I thought he flashed already too. I think he dashed before that.
Wow, he dashed and then he flashed. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. They spent a lot of time up there accomplishing nothing. The person who's not have any Korean ancestry is Dark Wings. He's American Chinese.
Wait, look. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 1-for-1 on that, but the cost to me, the biggest cost is the Pantheon ult.
They're like playing very proactive though. It feels like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like they're roaming.
No,
the
I'm
map
really
a lot.
happy what's going on. All right. Is he taking the Drake right now? Is Houndback taking the Drake?
I think he's about to start. Looks like it, yeah.
He's in the pit. Yeah. No, Houndback's taking the Drake.
Yeah, Dragon just spawned now.
Houndback is there to take the Drake. Let's see what happens. And then Darkwing is roaming down. Why are they not showing us the Drake instead of this?
Yeah, I don't know why they're showing
Why,
this either.
why are they showing us the top lane where nothing is happening?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess they wanted to catch the tail end of it. I don't know.
A little bit of an Infernal Drake. That was bad production. Sorry, production. Got to call you out.
Called out Prius.
Got to call out Prius there. Like, we're taking a dragon, and they were showing a top lane, no chance of a kill, and they were showing top lane. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't know how it is for League.
And I want to see if Sentinels are up to the task of using that to continue trying to accelerate the game. Hambach had a great first couple of plays, but things have been pretty quiet afterwards.
Honestly, I actually like it. Usually I'm like, oh, quiet, you know, I'm getting a little bored.
Who, he's sneaking up here.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We had back-to-back 3-0s, and this one is looking very
Come on.
competitive here.
Come on. He's beating him. He's beating him.
No, he didn't beat him well enough.
All right.
No.
Oh, and then he missed with his...
Yeah. Wait, Handback's here. They
Oh,
gonna dive
wait.
this? Oh, he has a
He
ward,
put the
though.
ward at the perfect time.
He did. He's
Donates
smart.
put the
That
word
guy's
at the
smart.
perfect time. Wait, our whole team is here.
Wait, everyone's here. Yeah, what the hell? We're taking bot lane. Should we take top lane for this? Return the turret? I don't know if we can, though.
That was 5 top.
Oh, they're going to get first turret here. Oh, they don't have a... Impact
Wait,
1v3. Okay, this is
Gotta
a
get
bit
cooked.
of a problem.
He's dead. He's dead for
He's
sure.
dead.
We should push mid. We should push mid
No,
and sacrifice
we're
him.
pushing top. We're pushing top.
Or top, yeah. He's definitely dead. And
Yeah. 'cause-
well, at least he defended the turret, and we got a turret out of it on the bright side.
Did we? No, they aren't showing.
Like-
Come on, production, help us out here. We only have one. We're not. We don't have a big enough
No, there's
wave.
enough minions, yeah.
But they're losing a wave up here. So-
so he's not even losing anything before he bases. And on the
Somehow
But
have
they
more
got
gold than
the.
us.
But they're gonna get the. They're gonna get the turret here. So this did
Yeah,
not
we're
work
gonna
out
get
well
it.
for us.
7K up, and Sentinels went from 1,000 gold lead to a 600 gold deficit in a matter of a minute. 2
Okay, we
minutes,
tried to move
and
there,
now
it didn't
the
work.
tower's gonna fall as well.
We tried to ID
I
there.
like
It
the
didn't
Hui
work.
gank top, yeah.
Yeah.
If
You
we
know?
killed him off the rip, we would have got the turret too. It
Yes.
worked out.
No, no.
With, let's see, 2,500 gold.
That was definitely one of those.
First tower bonus feels really good for the bottom lane, even though it's answered on top side.
Close call.
It's, being that much slower really does have a
So
huge
look
effect
at
in the
their
extra kill
their
in
80
the
carry now
Sentinels
has a
as well.
1600 gold lead. That's
I
kind of a
mean,
problem.
Yunara is
Yeah,
an
Raul's
80
behind, like,
champion that
13
can
farm.
certainly
Because
Two
Yunara is definitely one of the OP 80 carries right now.
very, very
So that they've got the right person fed. So that was a bad swing right there of us taking the shot at top and whiffing and them converting it bot.
Fiend Hunter bolts just completely purchased straight up right there for the
Yeah.
He one-shots it.
All right, but we're
Already,
1K. We're
his
within
ult is
1K.
going to be
You know what?
insane. Yunara ult, here is
But
going
like
to
I said,
be
what's been
the
funny
biggest
about these
cooldown that you can
matches
And I always
is
feel
whoever
like
wins
so
game
difficult
one
when you
just
have a team
snowballs
like
from
this.
there.
Impact is
Like
gonna be
momentum?
Danvers back, which
Yeah.
is fine.
So that's the key
Because
is if
clearly
we lose
now
game
Yunara
one,
is
can
so
we make a
bad that
competitive
Sentinels
game two? Because no one
basically
has.
can't win fights unless you kill Yunara first, right? So that is now your
Sentinels lost
then you
maps
look
though,
around
right? Through the
him.
split.
One. They've only lost one game.
one map?
By the way, their game's not mapped because as you notice, you're always playing on the same rift.
Oh, right, that's true. They lost one game.
So that's why they call it games.
Who they lose to?
They lost one game the first time they played against FlyQuest, I
because there's
think.
a lot of
I
tools that
see.
you're gonna have to deal with to even try to get access to them.
I'm seeing a little bit of pathing. I'm just trying to watch because everybody's hanging out in this like southern quadrant. Of
What is the
map.
number on the
I want to see
scorecard
if
where
they
we're up
wanna
3-0?
make
Oh, those are.
Oh,
Ooh.
God. He got melted. He got caught.
Yeah. Those are the void grubs that help you take turrets.
What this farm means.
Yeah, you can just feel it. Sven's like,
Eee.
I'm strong.
Okay, Rahel's got to clear this wave and not die. All right. He cleared the wave and didn't die. That was key. Because at least that way they didn't get a lot of damage on the turret there.
Destroys him. Fiend Hunter bolts on
Still a
display
minute
there.
till the
You saw
next
how
Drake.
quickly
And they
he
are
was able to
1-1 on
force him
Drakes.
down. Plus, it
Yeah.
gives you ultimate
The good news
ability,
is when you're
so
close
back
on
up again for
Drakes,
another
then you
play,
don't
and
you don't have to get
they
suckered into
have
bad
control of
fights
the
because
next
at some
dragon.
point if you get
Two
behind 2 or
two
3,
for
Yeah.
you're
Cloud9.
definitely in trouble where even if you're not ready for a fight, you just have to walk in and then usually just die.
Jungler's a big role.
Now here,
based off of that.
sometimes you do this as a goof just to make the other team use their teleport. So we're going to try and take this Rift Herald, which takes half of a... Rift Herald takes half of a turret, basically.
Oh, you have a timer to use it, right? That's
Yeah,
how it
you have
works.
5 minutes, I think. Chat can fact check me.
If you're using that offensively, plus the Ardent Sensor.
And
Just
so-
go mid off the rip, maybe. No.
It
That's what
does.
they do.
The only issue if you drop it mid right now, which they might just do, is it won't take the whole turret.
The Lulu and the
Yeah,
Taliyah.
but at least make it do something. Let's see how they use
Well,
it.
you got 5
Like-
minutes, but yes.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have a rock field in front of you,
Oh my
like,
god,
you
oh my
just
god,
have
we're
to
taking
back
free
off. You have
chips.
to like walk away. No way he's gonna be able to fight
Oh
over it.
god, Sven is
Like
strong.
you've been saying, like Sven has a lot of stuff around him that also makes it easy to play. Double summoners.
Right now I'm drinking tea and honey, but Tarek, if it goes to game 3 and we're down 0-2,
Cloud9,
busting it out?
I will definitely pivot to the Red Bull. And I have a new tequila I use for the Red Bull.
Oh no.
Solid tequila. Okay, now who he froze the guy to try and help us get a place where we could equalize this, but we
Oh,
did
this is
not.
bad. This is bad.
No, it's
Oh,
over.
this looks
GG.
bad.
Break out the tequila, Rob.
What's
Oh.
happened there? Why is their team fight so much better? We're getting caught both times.
Well, like I said, the big difference here is they're the team that's been together, and they changed out one player. And so, as I said to you coming in, they were the big favorites.
Yeah.
But we made it scrappy early, but then the one big play we went for that whiffed, then that now they're kind of
Now it's
snowballing
kind of
that.
spiraling, yeah.
The score right now in terms of Valorant is 10-6.
Damn, why did we not anticipate that bush at all?
Yeah,
They got
that was
caught
the mistake.
hard.
That was the mistake.
Give you
They
some
just-
time to think about what you've done.
And the problem is we lost Hambach, who we needed to, yeah, it's 6-10 C9.
Initiate the fight?
No, but we needed to protect Hambach because he's the guy who we were counting on because he has the gold lead. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Now, the good news is there's nothing they can take right now. There's no dragon, there's no baron, so they're
Yeah.
just getting some extra gold. But it's not devastating right there, that pick.
Has been what has really rewarded this team. A lot of them have been through
But yeah,
the mid-
this is the Cloud9 we've been watching the last 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, thought we almost had another hotbox kill there underneath the tier 1 turret.
Okay, wait a second.
I don't know
No,
if they can get
no
this
chance.
with her
All right,
flash
we made
at
him
least.
flash,
They got
though.
flash,
Okay, we
yeah,
made
it's
him
not bad
flash.
value.
Small victories, Derek, small victories.
Yeah.
And you know, this is one of the things that people thought.
Yeah,
as we take a look
their
at
best
Sentinels.
champion, Tarek, is mega fed.
Pretty simple
Like,
on all, you know, they knew
They've
Talking about
got,
Sven?
they've got Sven has the
Okay, let's see now.
Sven is fully fed right now, so
We're
it's
diving this. This is risky.
oh, but see he disabled the tower, so we didn't take any turret damage there because he
that. I saw
disabled the
that.
turret. So that was big.
That was nice. Yeah.
So that's one of the things that the Bard ult can do for you, right? Is it stops the
nice.
turret from shooting
You
at
can
you.
tower dive better.
Yes.
That's what it's useful for.
Yes, that was big. That got us some gold.
The problem is, will Darkwings die defending this?
Who he's tanking the tower at max range, so nothing he can do to knock him down. Darkwings is getting punished a little bit here by Zen.
See, right now, our only hope in this game is just to die as little as possible and just try and, because over time the gold lead becomes less and less relevant, right? And so your hope is just to not lose the game here in the next 10 minutes. That's the
So
hope.
late, yeah.
Because the farther the game goes, the less the gold lead matters.
Right.
Because right now, Sven is just, he can just one-shot people.
Yeah, he's so strong.
But the good news is if Hambach keeps scaling, that he like can definitely
He's
carry.
got 3 kills. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
all. The problem is Hambach has all the kills. If he's dying first, that's
Yes,
like
Hambach can't die. You
big guy
gotta.
going down.
There's no damage. Like, yeah, your damage really starts to go away if Hambach is dead.
What is Hambach playing again?
Jungler. He's
Like,
playing
what
Mbessa,
Mbessa. I see.
and it's definitely one of the OP
Ultimate,
champs.
You could just instantly go for another dash anyway, but maybe they can do something there while the Sven flash is
Yeah, last
down.
week on the stream, Tarek, I was just coughing up a storm.
Some power spikes on the horizon, but it is still a little
Chat
ways
was
away.
concerned
You
about
can
my
see
health.
the stacking items are all still in
Yeah,
the
Mbessa can
process
carry,
of
so let's
stacking.
see. If
What's the
Hambach
best
can pop
jungler
off.
for a beginner, says my chat. That's a good question.
Jungler for a beginner.
Like, what's the jungler easiest to
Cho'Gath is
execute?
my guess. I don't
Choke?
know. What's chat say? That's my guess.
I got a
Cho'Gath.
Xin Zhao recommend.
Xin Zhao?
Yeah, it seems complicated.
A Mumu?
Somebody
Yeah,
said
Mumu's not
Fiddlesticks.
bad.
Isn't that you, Tarek? Are
That
you a
was me, but
Fiddlesticks?
No, I was a Fiddlesticks one trick back in the day.
Is that hard to play?
Because on the side of Sentinels, your fed person is your melee
Back in the
jungle
day,
carry,
I mean,
but
I don't know how it is
Lulu
now.
just makes melee carries life's hell. It's so
Okay,
annoying
so-
to play into this champion. And so
Uh-oh,
we're
see,
gonna go for
Pantheon
it.
can travel a long way.
Oh God, they ran him down.
No, but that's
so
because the
hard.
Pantheon, see the Pantheon,
That's huge.
Impact
Ignite.
not dying again.
Yeah. Second time 1 HP. Look at top, by the way. They wasted a lot of time going for that kill.
And we're
In the
getting,
meantime, they
are we
pushed
gonna get the
top.
turret here?
Yeah, there's.
Oh,
the-
with
there's
our
the
Rift
Herald.
Herald.
Perfect timing to save it. Yeah.
That was sweet. Okay.
That was awesome.
Now
yeah.
here's the random thing about the Rift Herald now, Tarek. Okay, he just took the Rift Herald with that Raze
Whoa.
ult.
Oh.
Wait a
Wait, back up.
second. Oh,
no, he's
Thanatos. Oh, problem is he hit his ult right at the perfect time for them. The Gnar ult, right? The Mega Gnar was just perfectly timed.
Like he narred himself, and he's got like mega tanky.
Yeah, the Gnar, when he hits his ult, he then gets mega tanky. So,
Car crash play.
but we got the top turret. So again, we're keeping
Turret
the key
and
right
ult.
now. The key right now is just to stall the game and not let them get a bigger lead. That's the
Keep
key.
pressure.
Not gonna be able to make it happen, but still nice
What's the
play.
scoreboard in Valor language? Right now, it's probably they're leading
It's
6-3.
facing up right now.
7-3.
I'm gonna say it's later than that. It's more
Later than
like
that?
11-7.
11-7. We're at the end of the game.
Well, yeah, because the
If we don't
Baron
bring it
is
back?
up. The Baron is up.
Oh, it has been. Wow, it's been 22 minutes already. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
is
once
actually
the Baron's up, your problem is if you lose the wrong team fight, they can do so much damage on us. Wait a second. Oh, but again,
we
we're
have 3-man colliding.
okay.
here.
But he's about to come out of Meganar, so we do have the ability to kill him here.
But
He
they're
should
gonna get
die.
dragon. Is that okay?
We have no choice. So therefore, we're taking that exact trade. Of we're saying we don't want to fight them right now, so let them take the dragon because they only have because right.
Oh, we lost mid
So
as well.
no, but we went with a strategy that was let's not fight that Drake. Let's get some goals. Let's get the kill. That's what we went with. And then we got the vision by the Baron pit and Impact's down here taking bot turret. Can he get that bot turret?
I wonder.
They are on soul point, but that bought us 5 minutes. So that is why we elected to just let them have that.
Yeah, it's so dangerous for Sentinels to go close to
Impact just
That's true.
cruising around as Renekton.
We have to fight the next dragon like 100%, right?
Yes, we kind of do.
High caliber hits.
Probably die in the first 3 shots.
Yeah, the first if you're
But again,
not-
the gold lead hasn't changed, right? Since so it's still 3K. So it becomes less and less of a big deal over time.
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's 4 minutes from now that Sentinels must answer the
But in
Drake.
4 minutes, we
Now
do
on
have
Soul
to fight
Point,
this Drake.
And this is why it's so difficult to deal with compositions like this Yunara that has all
Yeah,
this protection.
that's gonna be the big fight right
Cloud9's just
now.
going to show up as 5 and say, all right, you have to fight Yunara now. You have no choice.
So Cloud9, a lot of things going well for them. Something not going as well for them is Thanatos has been really wanting a player of the game. He was talking on the Cloud9 podcast. You know, he was saying how they need to stop winning so early because he can't actually get MVP, can't get player of the game. And then Thanatos himself was saying, you know, in their
Yes, no, it's scary that
it went long, he was
their
gonna
carry
win,
is
he was
fed.
gonna win
Like
it.
this is definitely
Unfortunately, it did not go long. They closed it out.
they are
They were
highly
kind of
favored.
Joking back and forth. This was a podcast with an arrow as well as
What is this guy talking about,
saying,
1v9?
Okay, don't worry. If we're about to get a kill next game, we're gonna back off so you can have more time to 1v9. So we decided we were gonna track. You know,
So
who
there's an
is
item
on
that
the
my
race
chat's saying that
towards
if
player of
Rise
the
gets
game.
that item, it'll be big. It's called
so-
Actualizer.
Yes.
I think this
It's
game.
not looking
But
good
how
for
far away
Thanatos.
from it is he?
We have
I
so
feel
much
like
I
he
don't
still
know.
needs a reasonable amount of game time to get enough gold to do that.
Yeah, if he can scale.
But yes, that's the
At
key.
least halfway right now.
But
He's
that's
all
why
up
our
in
whole
here.
goal right now
Thanatos,
is
I
to
mean, it's
just
not that close to
stall out the
One
game,
So maybe-
try and not
maybe-
die.
maybe he makes some more,
don't let them get
you know,
any big
games later
advantages,
on, but,
don't get in a
I
big
think
team fight.
Sven is-
That's our
Sven
goal.
is out to the early lead.
Just keep avoiding them as much as possible.
You know, he's
Keep
part
up
of that.
vision around the Baron,
W's.
Lulu.
He maxed a W this game.
right? Because that's our biggest risk is they just go up and take the Baron. So we have to keep vision on the Baron right
Keep
now.
vision on both right now
Yeah.
too. Well, the dragon's not up yet,
We'll
but
see if Thanatos
Yeah, we
can
still
have
got 2
his
minutes to the
1v9
Baron,
mega
to the
moment.
Dragon. That's when things are going to get crazy because they could basically say to us, okay, which do you want? Because they could just say, you can take the Baron while we take the...
well, it would be an L for us to get dragon while they get Baron because they're still one off the
Correct.
soul, and then they also got Baron.
Correct.
But, you know, you were talking about how
They're more likely to kind of bait us where they let us start to take Baron while somebody tries to take the solo the dragon to get the soul and then come fight us. That's the risk you get into if you lose vision over the dragon pit. So, yes, this is not a great
Oh, he
winning
has the item, he has the
position.
item. He has the actualizer.
The actualizer.
Dark
Darkwings has it? Is it? Oh,
He does, apparently.
wait a
It's a
second.
catch. It's a catch.
Can we kill Blabber? We gotta kill Blabber. 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 Yes!
Whose damage is that? That was crazy damage right there.
Let's
Oh
go!
Oh my god.
All right, okay.
Wait,
Run,
Humbug's
Darkwings, run!
Oh,
Oh,
they're so low.
no, no! Darkwing's got to pick off Sven here. Oh, damn it!
That was looking so
Wait,
good.
how we got the first and then they got the next 3?
Wasn't that looking so good?
It was because then they had a bunch of low health bars. Oh, wait, right here.
After this,
Right
so much
here,
damage.
wait.
Look,
Okay, what happened here?
now he flashed.
See, no,
in
the
and got
problem is
Sven.
that Sven is the guy
Oh,
who can,
Vulcan.
who's got.
Vulcan
The problem
helped
is we
him.
couldn't kill Sven. Look at
Vulcan
that.
saved him. I think Vulcan did a good job.
No, he
this
did
night.
because we had to kill Sven, and once we didn't kill Sven, then we were just doomed.
And then the Lulu flashes in to support the play. Like that was.
The problem is that Sven is just so far. Oh no! And look at Sven. He's now 5K gold ahead.
5,000 gold lead after they
Oh,
take
yeah,
the
holy
fight.
shit.
Hambach is still
The problem
only
is they have a
one
5K gold
side
lead,
in
and
the
it's
lead
all
himself,
on their 80
but
carry.
Sven is
I don't know.
up
People in the chat are saying Sven is washed. Maybe he gets caught out.
5,000 gold.
Sven is older.
He's getting pretty close to
Sven
the finish
may
line.
be like your
Miraculous
age.
comeback.
Well, maybe it's risky for him to have all this cash. He might
Yeah.
overstep a little bit.
That's the hope.
Did Thanatos get like shorter, or is it the
No,
same?
it's like there.
Okay. Cool.
It's not this game.
It's a best of 5. He'll have
Valiant
plenty of
effort.
chances.
It's
to
a
get his,
best of
his player
5.
the
Don't
game
tell
here.
me about
But
the
Sen
best of
does now
5.
have Lord
Uh-oh.
Onyx regards as well.
But yeah, the key was we killed their jungler, so at least they couldn't do anything. Even though they won the fight, their jungler was dead, so they were kind of stuck.
Yeah, but we
So it
use
was-
so much resources to
We
kill
did.
him. He's so hard to kill.
No, the problem was as long as Sven is alive, then we were kind of
You have to
doomed.
kill Sven,
We
yeah.
had to figure out a way to kill Sven.
I think we need to kill Vulcan low key. Maybe like we gotta get his peel off.
Okay, now we're kind of screwed because here's what's happening, Tarek. I was afraid
Oh, we're
of.
getting pulled back to base, and now they're
'Cause-
getting a free timing on Dragon.
Yes, they're just going to take the dragon, and we have no choice. We
God.
can't. There's nothing we can do about it.
But when you are the
Nothing we can do about it.
you know
Only
it.
click.
Yeah, exactly. But when you are the
We are
center,
kind of
like,
screwed
you are
here.
so
We're
big
doing
right now.
nothing
Like,
while they
game's
take
in
the
our
soul.
hands.
We're just
They have
watching.
Hextech soul on top of it. No fight necessary for that soul because of all the previous ones.
The problem was we were just so scattered. We were never going to be able to win a fight there. So if we lost that fight, not only do we lose soul, they take Baron, and they basically 95% end the game.
And he has the LDR.
Score in Valorant terms right now is 12-6. 6-12.
Even though it's only a 5K goal, but they got soul.
They have soul,
And they have
and their
Baron
80
vision.
carry is 5K ahead. So it's the problem with the gold lead, right? Is it's one thing when you have a 5K gold lead. It's another thing when it's all on their most important player.
Jump, APA.
We actually haven't been tracking.
Okay, we're
that
trying here, Tarek. We're trying.
Oh, God.
Trying.
Couldn't catch him. Damn.
or the blabber horse either. So
Soul is when you get 4 dragons, you get a buff. Depending on the dragon, it either increases your damage or it gives you bigger shields. But it gives everyone on the team a permanent buff for the rest of the game when you get the dragon soul.
Right. It's a big one. But you have
All
another
right.
chance in 5 minutes for us to get it, right?
They're just taking. No, we can take Elder in 5 minutes. All right,
Oh,
we're
we
just
lost
giving up
Baron
Baron.
easy.
And by the way, we kind of have no choice as well. Okay,
Wait, they're trying to fight it.
who he did the thing I told you,
Yeah,
right?
just stop the Baron from
But
dying.
you stopped
they
the
got
Baron,
it.
but to what end?
God.
But
Oh,
to what
God,
end?
it's over. It's GG.
Oh, that's what we try to do. You know, but what we
They
try,
Smite Stealer,
if
right?
we can get, yeah, it was like we're gonna free. Oh, wait a second, we got a
No,
kill
no, I
there.
think
Okay,
no
wait
way.
a second.
There's no way.
I know, but as long as
Hold.
if we get 2 kills here, we're
And we can
fine.
stall the game ending?
Yeah, because your Baron is only as good as the number of people who survive. Right.
It's gonna fade, yeah.
So basically, what happens is each person gets a buff that when you're standing near the minions and the cannons, right, you increase the power they do and the durability. But if you die when you have the Baron buff, then
don't
you
get it back.
lose your buff.
Right. But for the Soul Dragon, it stays for the whole game.
Yes. But yeah, if we got one more kill here, then it wasn't horrible. We only lost 2, so you know what? The approach of basically freeze the dragon so that there's a window for Hambach to try and go steal it was definitely a play worth trying.
No flash. No flash, though. No flash.
No flash though, still good. They got Baron, they have Hex Soul, and they've got the red buff on top.
Dude, they're taking all our shit.
No, yeah. No. We're now in full survival mode of like.
Our desk is not that big over there with the analyst
Dokla
area.
of the famed Worlds vlogs.
So I feel like what happens in the match
Nihao Dokla here.
is once you lose the first game, you're not as willing as you are right here to say, okay, let's see if we can lay back, try and build up our items, and then fight later. You then just become more likely to just panic and fight early. That's what happens.
Right. Like
That's
after you lose
weird.
the first game,
If you lose the first game, that weirdly is the meta.
you try to overcompensate yourself.
Yes, yes.
Like you won't play your normal game. as
Or
soon.
be patient in game 2.
Yeah, you'll be more antsy.
Yeah,
I hear
you kind
that.
of force
and
the issue.
C9 probably have momentum. They'll capitalize on it easily, especially if they're a good laning team.
Yes. Now, the good news on my pace to make 80 minutes, 30 minutes so far, we're on pace to get over 80 minutes for the day, so I'm feeling good.
That's what your goal is, to get 80 minutes of game time?
Yes.
What?
Last week, Cloud9's games both lasted like 78, 81.
You trying to just have more time in the server than the other teams?
Just to show that we're
we can hold them off longer.
we could hold them out longer. We didn't get as steamrolled.
So crazy.
We didn't get
That
as
is so
steamrolled.
crazy.
See, people think I'm irrational. I have rational expectations.
Through the Lulu protecting him, and now Sven just a couple more auto attacks.
Wait, Darkwings is hitting abilities? He's caught.
Oh, is he caught? Who caught who?
Not.
Who caught here? Who caught here? Who?
Impact's caught. Impact's caught.
Okay, but wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, we used the wait.
Oh my
No.
God,
We
the
kind of
gnarled.
3 people took the realm warp,
Oh,
but now they're
ending it.
banging. They're ending the game basically.
They got people killing our team. They got people killing the turret.
Soon as I said we were on pace, the game ended.
It's actually over. These guys are good. Damn.
No, I told you.
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
I don't
wait.
know, it was looking promising a little bit.
No, by the way, like I said, if that top dive worked out, we were right in this game.
That was a changing point.
Yeah,
no
definitely
joke.
was.
Ever since that point,
Yeah.
they started to like make a lot of plays.
Because we made the play, theirs worked, ours didn't. All right, 32 minutes. Banked 32 minutes.
With an individual gold lead of 8.6K.
No, the problem there was, like I said, the most important player on their team in that game was Sven, and he got all the money, so therefore he could just kill everybody with one shot. So they just went at such a winning position.
Yeah, and we couldn't get to him. His peel was so good, and his support.
No, that was one of those games where, like I said, we were competitive early, took the one shot to try and get the advantage, whiffed, and then they snowballed it from there, which is kind of what you thought would happen. So I'm told that in Korea last night there was a big reverse sweep. Spoiler alert. There was a big
from 2-0
in the LCK kickoff tournament. There was a big comeback from a 0-2 of a very important team. Was involved in a big reverse sweep. Just saying.
T1 got reverse swept. Damn.
T1. I said spoiler alert, chat, just so you knew. I'm going to say most people in my chat are not watching Korean League of Legends, but hey. Okay. So, Tarek.
Damn, the big Faker and the big 26. Yeah.
Faker lost by reverse sweep.
Oh my God.
Okay, so for those of you who weren't here earlier, I'll recap the kind of 3 or 4 big talking points, which are Kaplan has been replaced by Ewok. Ewok was the RRQ coach last year. They came in first stage 1 and second stage 2. And so he is the head coach effective immediately. Gunter is the assistant coach. John QT is returning to be the IGL. And we are starting trials Tuesday. And we're looking for 2 players.
DM Charlie if you have any suggestions.
Or just at Charlie on Twitter. And that for better or worse, this comes down to a very specific thing, which is we definitely have a process when it comes to roster building throughout our organization. We have a group of people who've done this very well for a long period of time. And that is not how the roster was built this stage or for kickoff. And so we had a situation where after champs, Kaplan came back to us with a plan of what he wanted to do with the roster that we disagreed with. And ultimately, we were forced with a choice of we'd have to replace him or go with the roster he wanted. And so for those of you who are giving me a hard time for making the change now, can you imagine how hard a time we would have got if we made the change then? And so the 2 key things I would say were, people quote the stat, which I appreciate, which is why 6-7, the 6-7 stat, which is why we did keep Kaplan. Because with Kaplan as coach, we went to 6 of 7 internationals. But what kind of gets lost in that statistic is all 6 of those teams had Zekken as duelist and John as the IGL. And so Kaplan definitely had a thought of he didn't want Zekken to be the duelist anymore, and he wasn't sure about John, and ultimately decided not to have John be the IGL anymore. And so, hang on one sec while I have to plug in something.
There's a thread on Reddit, Rob stuff.
I'm sure, because
there's a new thread.
Like I said, here's the thing. When we replaced Psycho 3 years ago, right, I took a lot of heat of people saying, why are you doing this so fast? And what are you doing and why? And when that happened, I didn't really explain to people what happened, and people like gave me a very hard time about it. And within a year, we won a major. So that is the decision making we have to do. Is we have the same goal as our fans and the same bar as our fans, which is we want a roster that we believe is on a 12-month span that winning a major is a realistic goal. And so that isn't where we think we are, and so we're making the change now. And so one of the big changes, with Ewok coming in is him wanting John and John wanting to be the IGL again. And so John very much wanted to return to being the IGL. Like that was definitely something that came from John. And so people, like the other questions, Tarek, people have asked were the players part of this conversation? And like I said, coming out of kickoff, which could not have gone worse, right? That John definitely felt like for this team to have the ability to make champs, that he needed to be the IGL again. And so, with Caillou, he was just, a young player with not a lot of experience, and you're thrown in to be the IGL of Sentinels. There's a lot of pressure, and people aren't expecting us to be like developing a rookie with a 2-year plan when we're Sentinels. We have the ability to have a roster that should compete for a major always. That's our goal as an org, and that's what our fans request. And so that is what's happening. So, Liz, what was your question? Liz threw an emoji. I'm trying to not be fanatic. Like, for better or worse, those of you who don't know, the first major of all time was Sentinels beating Fnatic. Sentinels has won 2 majors. Fnatic's won 1 major and an invitational that was an international. Is it really a major, Tarek, if it's an invitational?
Talking about lock-in?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Kind of a mini major
next to it.
It's kind of a mini major.
It's like saying Cloud9 have made it to an international.
Exactly. That is the key. Do you consider that or don't you?
I think it's an international event. I don't know if you can count it as a major though. I think you would count it as a international event, but not a Masters. So I think it's a different category. I think the labeling is different. I don't think it's Mickey Mouse by any means, no. Well, I don't think it's a Masters, but I do think should be like, it's a big event still.
So, so that is what happened. And so, like I said, I think for Caillou, I think he's got a lot of potential. I think, like I said, a year from now, 2 years from now, I think he could be leading a team to a major. But I'm not sure why, like I said, why Kaplan forced that change right now from John when that is not what John wanted. I think the one other misconception is
that John wanted to step down.
John wanted to step down from IGL. And that was definitely not the case.
Rob, I'm not gonna lie. Since we've spoke about it so much, I feel like there's no world where Kaplan doesn't make or come out with his side of the story. So yeah. I feel like I wonder, like, what it's gonna be painted as from his POV.
No, by the way, I'm sure he will have his point of view, and I'm saying there's 2 issues that are pretty specific, right? Mm-hmm. That Kaplan decided to not keep John as his IGL, and Kaplan no longer wanted Zekken to be his duelist. Mm-hmm. Everything else, yes, you can have a conversation about of POV, what went right, what went wrong, whose fault it was. But to me, those were the 2 critical building blocks of this roster that we disagreed with, and we're kind of stuck on that place. So like with Zekken, yes, a month later, when we weren't pursuing him, he then ultimately signed with MIBR. And then the door was open for MIBR to make him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, if you guys were not pursuing him, you guys were not including him in trials, then he's going to obviously try to look for his next option. And then, yeah, it is what it is at that point.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
The first week of trials, Bang trialed the first 3 days. Narrate and Zelsis trialed the first 3 weeks. Zekken started trialing week 2. He never trialed as duelist. Now, again, you can say, well, the issue is very clear, right? Which is Kaplan made a decision that he thought he was better off with Narrate as the duelist instead of Zekken, which
crazy. Yeah.
the organization
not to Narrate, but it's just crazy because Zekken is so proven. But
yes,
yeah.
which the organization disagreed with. Right? So you make that decision and you replace your IGL. So as I said, when you get back to the makeup of the teams that had that run over the last 2 years, 2 of the 3 spots got replaced by Kaplan. Everything else, yes, you can talk about what went wrong, what went right, whose fault was it, who's right, who's to blame. At the end of the day, that is what we have to make a decision, which is we are now here where we are. How we got here is irrelevant. The question is, how do we chart a path forward to be successful again?
So someone in my chat said Kaplan had a different vision than the org, which is why he shouldn't have full roster control, which the org gave him. I feel like it makes sense to give the coach the power to make the changes and like trust the coach. And that's like at the end of the day, you guys could have replaced Kaplan at the end of last season and then went with the changes that you think were right. But you trusted Kaplan and gave it another chance, is what it sounds like.
Yes. So therefore,
I feel like you can't. And Rob is going back to the point of like, yeah, Kaplan is also a proven coach. Like they trusted it even if they didn't agree with it. So I feel like it just kind of sucks for both sides. Like Kaplan made a decision on changes that he thought would be right, and it didn't pay off. And now it's led to, both parties splitting up. I don't know.
And so, yes, like I said, it is what it is. How we got to this place is almost irrelevant. The question is, how do we move forward from here? And so, like I said, John definitely was like, that wasn't his decision to not be IGL. He's very motivated to return to IGL. And that was definitely part of the conversations as we were talking to Ewok about becoming our coach, of that he and John are like now back on the same page, with John at the center of it being the IGL.
I think someone talking about why are we bringing this stuff up, I think it's because a lot of people are questioning the decision-making of the org and like releasing Kaplan for one, and also getting a lot of flack for the decisions that are made. So I guess this is the way to give some clarity into some situation. And I feel like it'll be easy to point the finger at Kaplan and say like, oh, this is all his fault. But I'm sure like at the end of the day, he still has a good track record as a coach, and he had a vision with this team that he built here. And just because it didn't work doesn't mean that, he's, in over his head or whatever.
No, but like I said, the reason why, and if you're not a fan, you're not going to connect to it. If you are a fan, you will, right? Which is Zekken was beloved by us, beloved by our fans. We wanted him to be the duelist, right? Like to me, if we made one change from last year's roster, right, or none, right, that would have made
to keep the same team going into this year
or made one change. Again, the team came in second, and third last year. So to basically blow it up, because think about it, from last year's roster, three of the players were replaced. John got removed as IGL, and Narrate changed roles. So not one person is on the same role as last year, and 3 people from last year's team aren't on the team. Right? So, like I said, that was a decision led by Kaplan that didn't work out. So when people are saying I'm pointing the finger at Kaplan, at the end of the day, you have to take accountability for what mistakes you made. And you have to then figure out, like, that is unfortunate. Sometimes people don't do their jobs well, and you have to make changes. Like, I love how Chad always is saying, do this, sign this, drop this person. Sometimes, yes, we actually have to do that. So, yes, like I said, if you're a Sentinels fan and Zekken left and you're like, what the hell, Rob? How did you let Zekken go? That's how I felt. So that's why, yes, that's why I'm kind of pissed off, because
hypothetically, if you were able to go back, what's the roster you run going into kickoff?
Like I said, I would have either run it back or subbed Redux into the lineup and replaced one person. That's what I would have done.
Like made one change but kept the 4.
Yes. Now, which 4 is a totally different question. But
Right.
But basically, that's the change I would have made, is you had a core that was working. And so whether that was replace Zelsis or Bang or Narrate and bring in Redux, any of those you pitched me, I would have said yes to. I would have signed up for any of those combinations. Because you also get into the issue of team comps. Why didn't Rob step in? I love people saying, why are you doing this now, but why didn't you do it then? It's just the funniest combination of you're criticizing the change now, but saying, why didn't I do it then? Because right? Because that is the challenge of, we had a coach who we believed in, and we felt like even though we disagreed, we were going to give him the shot to execute the plan he wanted to execute.
Yeah, I think it's hindsight to say that. Yeah, it is.
Yes, except it's not hindsight if you say, hey, we disagree, but we're going to give you your shot. But if it goes horribly wrong, then you have to bear the consequences of what your decisions and what they resulted in. So, like I said, it doesn't mean Kaplan's not a good coach. And it doesn't mean Kaplan couldn't find a squad and go actually win champs, because you can still, remember now this year, you can go put a squad together and win tier 2 and win champs. So, but at the end of the day, relative to where a team is now and the team chemistry to rebuild now, it just felt like we needed a new coach because there's so much complicated dynamic in replacing the IGL, which is, again, our decision to be. And then John coming to us to say, I really want to be the IGL again. That wasn't the idea even now that Kaplan was saying, okay, Kaplan didn't come to me and say, I want to bring John back as IGL. We'd be having a totally different conversation. That's not how it went down. And so Bobo with a hoodie, root for G2. That's what you should do. Do not be a Sentinels fan. We are committing to putting the best team out there to try and win and holding people accountable when they make mistakes. So I'm not expecting everybody to be happy. That is definitely not the case. And so, well, what I'm saying is John should have never. Oh, people are saying I'm behind. Am I behind you, Tarek?
No, I think we're synced up. They're saying we're behind the live stream, but me and you are synced up.
Are we?
Showing replays right now. What's your top left timer? 28:54.
Oh, I'm not in the game. Hang on. I'm way behind.
I'm not in the
somehow.
game. I'm not in the game.
Okay, hang on. I'm refreshing.
Okay. I'll just press live.
Oh, you're right. I'm just in the champ select.
Oh,
What?
okay. I was behind. Hold on. Okay.
I'm in champ select. How about you?
Yeah, I'm in champ select too.
Okay, we'll have to sync up once the game starts.
Yeah.
So, Joker Tidoy, the org works together with its coaches to talk about rosters. And so when it comes to something as important as Zekin, who is the face of the team for 3 years, yes, the org gets involved when you make that change. So 100%. The org, now again, there are two people who that's what they do. They did not agree either, right? I'm in essence like a tie break. And so that is how you get to where we are. But again, to say that we're blaming someone for the mistakes they made, well, yes, if you're a professional, for better or worse, you have to own the mistakes you made. And sometimes if they don't go well, you end up in a situation where you have to make a change.
Someone in chat is saying not involved enough to prevent it. It just goes back to the same point of trusting Kaplan and his choice. It's so hindsight,
like I said, you're back to the same question, which is, if we had replaced Kaplan after champs, how do you think the chat would look then?
Yeah, like there's gonna be like you're gonna get shit no matter what.
So, John had a spectacular run as IGL. And like I said, Caillou was put into a situation where suddenly it was a super inexperienced roster. And so, Andrew J 1234, exactly. He knows what's what.
Andrew
Coach is
J
like,
said, yeah.
Coach is like, I don't want LeBron or Luka anymore, Rob. I'm like, all right, give it a run. That's what happened. Or, I want Caleb Williams to play running back. Tarek, now even you get that, don't you?
Caleb Williams to play it back?
To say I'm going to have Caleb Williams start being running back instead of quarterback. That's what happened with John.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying that Kaplan didn't want Zekin as his duelist. If he did, we would have spent September trying to work out a contract with Zekin. We might not have kept him, but the decision to 100% replace him, that came from Kaplan. So I'm saying if you come to the coach, say, you know what, coach, Caleb would be better as a wide receiver or running back, not QB. All right, here we go, Tarek. Let's lock in for game 2. Valorant questions will happen again after the game. But while it's game, we focus on trying to talk about League. And anyone who doesn't understand League, ask whatever question you want in the chat about League. The team didn't get more time because it wasn't improving, and the team did not, inside the team, they didn't feel like they were getting to a place where we were going to win something.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
That's the biggest issue always.
Yeah, yeah.
If the team doesn't believe in what's been put together, then that's definitely
Can't
when you have to make a
believe it.
change. Yeah. All right, here we go. Back to League of Legends.
Let's see if we take any risks this game.
So for those of you just turning in for League of Legends, Cloud9 is the definitively best team. We're the expansion team. This group's only been together for like 6 weeks. We've gone on a pretty good run to get to the upper final. Cloud9 is a massive favorite. They've been steamrolling their opponents. It's a best of 5. We lost game 1.
32 minutes though, not that bad.
Okay, Tarek, what's your clock?
116.
Okay, so you're 2 seconds ahead of me.
Okay, I'll
Can you
pause.
17, 18, 19, 20.
22,
23. There we go.
24, yeah.
Better trade over Rahel and Huhi here nice and early. Both junglers this time are starting on the top side of the map, pathing towards this bottom lane compared to the crisscross starts.
I'm trying to ask my chat if Sentinels took any risks on their comp, or is it pretty standard?
Both Wukong and by Ultimate Reliant. And you just want to set up your camp respawns in a way.
I'm going to say pretty standard.
Standard comps?
Although, unfortunately, I'll admit, I'm not a huge fan of Jhin, so hopefully they'll make me prove me wrong. It's my least favorite champion. I don't know why.
For Raul?
Yeah, totally irrational, but it is my least favorite AD carry.
Oh, God.
I hope they prove me wrong.
Last time
Yeah.
we saw C9 in the best of 5, it was one of the fastest in LCS history, 5th fastest, in fact, against FlyQuest. 80 minutes, just a hair over of total game time. So we'll see if they can continue a race towards that, try to get close to that, or maybe even one up themselves.
I've cast an LCS game, a single game that was longer than that.
Apparently the Hui is not that orthodox either.
That was a fast series. Hui's on a fast roam towards mid lane here, though. You can get an early flash out of
Hui's ganking? Oh, he missed the stun, I think.
Yeah.
Just step
Wow.
in front of
He
him
did.
casually and not even worry about the roam.
I like it. And
The bad thing about like going to another
lane
lane to gank is you're losing XP while you're gone, right?
Yeah, kind of. Although since you're the support, the AD carry gets a lot of that, so you're kind of trading off.
Oh, it's like your AD carry is like being further ahead because he's soloing the lane. You're not sharing XP. There's that. That's true.
So that's why people don't mind their support roaming. Is for better or worse, your AD carry is the beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
So water gown, Tarek, here we go. For the newbies, the most primitive explanation of the game. There are a series of turrets leading to a base. You need to blow up all the turrets and blow up the other team's base. And that is the most primitive way of how to get it. No, this is double elimination. The loser goes to the lower final on Saturday.
If the easiest way to track to see who's winning is the goal to the top. Right now it's even. You can see 6-7K, 6-6K.
You picked 6-7 as your time to update that?
I caught it perfectly.
There's a lot of other information up there, but what crystallizes the current level of the game is the gold, the current of the gold. Now, Tarek, their guy APA is known because they actually have the ability to talk through the all chat during the game.
They can talk to each other in all chat.
During the game.
Okay.
APA is known for the guy who loves to taunt his opponent during the game in all chat.
I see. Do you know what I saw recently on Twitter was that League of Legends just announced they're going to be introducing voice chat to their like ranked games.
Oh, right. Which they don't currently have. That'll just interesting whether
How's
that makes
that gonna
things
go, chat?
whether that things make less or more toxic. Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Can he just walk this out, chat? Can he just walk this out? Or are you gonna have to flash?
No. Yes.
Oh,
He did. Big.
yes.
Big.
There are 3 international events. The first one, the winner of this tournament next Sunday goes, it's called First Stand. 1 team from each region goes. So there's 2 majors and then the World Championship. Oh, I turned these casters completely off.
Here so far as Darkwing
That's talking
Tanuki
shit?
again going to step into that bottom
I said
side
I
river,
turned
try to
off
get
my
some pushing
casters
control.
completely.
Oh, you turned it off.
I forgot I had them muted.
You know, walks back in. He'll soak up some experience, but it's gonna remain an experience lead for him.
So these dragons, this flying dragon here, the goal is to get 4 of them, and then you get a super buff you keep for the entirety of the game. So that tends to be what people fight about.
Yeah.
So are we going to fight for this?
I like the idea of them leashing it out, doing a lot of damage to it, and we come up for the cleanup. Like after they take some damage. But I think we're just giving it up.
No,
Damn.
because they have the push on the bot lane and
Yeah.
the mid lane. They have the
It's good
push
to
in
time
mid
your
and bot.
push, right? With dragon spawn, make sure your mains are ahead at that point.
Yes, some of that is about what champions you select, of who just naturally is better early.
Yeah, who has a more aggressive lane. True. That goes first dragon. Small lead for C9, but nothing real. I think first dragon, oh, it says it right there. They heal 2%, missing every 5 seconds. Because there's also this weird thing where like each game has a different
Soul.
like theme, right? Soul, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's when it gets
it's
complicated.
random of the, is it 4 or 5? But it's random each game, so it's independent of the prior game.
Your regen is going to matter a lot, and now we're seeing Humbach try to look for a role play here.
It's random, but it can't be the last game you're saying, right?
No, I'm saying each game is a different soul, and it doesn't matter. It could be the same soul every game. It's just
I
random.
I see.
It doesn't matter what it was the game before. Every time it's random.
And it is also a fearless
6.
draft, so they can't play the same characters from last game.
Oh, that is a big thing.
Yeah.
That the draft is called fearless, so that every champion pick can never be played in the series again.
That's why I think it's kind of sick, because it's an ultimate test of like everyone's ability. It's
Yeah,
not like
it-
one guy being versatile. It's everyone has to be versatile in their role.
It is definitely the
That's
way
kinda
to
fun.
deal with champ pool. Like you have to have a deep champ pool.
Yeah.
He got the flash out of Thanatos. So
And then there's also on top of that, there's vetoes that are coming into play, right?
Yeah, every game you get 6 bands of champions. So,
So you
there's
ban 6 characters
I'm
and
sorry,
5
10.
are banned.
There's 10, 5 of each team,
5,
plus
sorry.
the ones already played. So you end up with 5 each team. So 10 are banned, plus everyone that has already been played.
It's crazy. Because you're getting anti-stratted, probably, from your previous games. And then I don't know how it works in this game. I don't know if people like, there's scrim bucks. Like, are people giving away people's comps? That's BM, right?
Well, because it's so much. Oh, here we go. Here we go,
go.
Tarek. Here we go, Tarek.
This is a catch from us. This is definitely a catch from
We
us.
got
It's a
APA.
big
We got
catch.
APA.
It's a big catch.
Okay, wait a second. Can we get 2? Can we get 2? Can we
Oh,
get 2?
no. What was that
Can we get
doing?
2? Can we get 2? It's okay if we get
Trade
2.
it, 2 for
It's
2,
fine.
2 for 2,
It's
2
totally
for 2.
fine. Now, nice.
Dragon's
Okay.
up in 3.
Now,
but we
for
lost
better or
really
worse, the
top.
only problem with that fight is, look at what's
top-
happening. Their top laner's just up there bashing the
Does
turret.
top have TP? Does he have TP?
No, but we didn't get any gold advantage because he got a turret plate up there.
Right. Turret plate gives everyone on the team gold?
No, but he, like, there's a bonus when you get like a quarter of the tower. So
see,
he
yeah,
got a
yeah.
bonus up there for a quarter of the
So-
tower.
Actually just walked down there with no TP, so I think that is the real surprise here for C9 is Rumble shows up.
I think Sven did a lot of damage to Humbach there. Like on like the Varus Q or something.
Richie won. This is in the store right now. This is the black anorak. Go grab yourself a black anorak hoodie to celebrate.
That couple hundred gold lead for Impact did vanish because Thanatos took 2 plates on top side.
That would be crazy, Rob. Someone in chat said it. For BO5s, the bans carry over as well.
So whether or not that is worth it remains
Imagine that.
There'd be
Right?
nobody
'Cause that would
left.
be the
Really didn't
Oh.
at all in their
Well,
favor because of
yeah. Well, how many characters are there? 200?
175, I think.
Okay, there's 175, so you ban 20 a map, right? If you keep him,
Think about that.
so it's 100 gone, 75 left.
It's not that appealing these days. I mean, physically, they were never appealing to begin with. They're the ugliest thing that's ever been on Summoner's Rift. But even in terms of gameplay,
I don't know if that would work though. That doesn't necessarily mean all the roles.
Sorry, Grubbies. It's not you. It's me.
Yeah, I mean, they're the leftovers of Summoner's Rift.
Oh no.
When somebody makes a play somewhere else, you can go get the leftovers.
Okay, APA is going to continue clearing out this wave here.
All right, it's dead even, by the way. It's dead even, but they do have a Drake.
How good APA was doing in the lane earlier, how well
So
he
it's,
was
you know, again, not bad as a start.
pressure, how well he was farming, how well he was controlling the waves, and Darkwings was kind of just trying to respond to that. But now those couple of kills have really got Darkwings right back in the game.
So again, these are the Void Grubs that help you take turrets. They became a lot less valuable this year than last year, but it's still a thing.
And of course, on the Yunara, hyper carry, able to win the entire game.
It has some marginal advantage in taking towers faster.
There's an advantage in taking towers faster because the quarter plates.
With the Void Grubs help
Oh, the
you
Void-
take
oh, I
towers.
see.
Yeah, it helps you take towers faster.
So Void Grub is like a baby Rift Herald.
Yes, baby, little infant Rift Herald.
Does a little bit of damage, but not nearly as much.
Yes. Now, by the way, as my chat just pointed out to me, it's even, but Sven has a 1000k gold lead again.
Well, he has 20 more farm than Raul, so Raul's been getting pushed back a lot. He's getting pushed back right
Like
now.
I said,
too.
I'm not a big Jin fan. Gotta say.
What's the reason? Because my chat was saying that Jin is not good into the comp they're playing, but I don't know how true that is.
Well, some of the times, right, is you have a team comp or what you expect their team comp to be, and then the last two picks, you're like, oh.
You get thrown off guard. Yeah.
This is where Cassante starts to feel comfortable against the run.
Yeah, he's looking really comfortable now. And I mean, Rahel had to take a pretty rough base timing there, so even more damage being dealt to the tower. Also, shout out to Cadril and Tarek tuning in, and hopefully we'll give you guys a competitive series here.
Did he say Tarek's tuning in, or am I tweaking?
Is what?
I think he said Tarek's tuning in.
Oh, he is. They know that you're in.
They know I'm watching.
They do. Yeah.
Oh my god. They got eyes everywhere. We're losing the second
They are.
dragon.
They're
Bad news
talking about
bears.
you. Wait a second. Here we go, Jin. Okay, this is Jin
God.
superpower. This is Jin superpower. This is Jin
Oh,
superpower. This is
hitting
Jin
them.
superpower. Tarek, this
hitting
is Jin
them.
superpower. Okay.
Great. Get Sven. Get Sven. Get Sven.
Okay, come on. Where?
Get the
Okay.
string.
Now the question is, who
get
wants
dragon
to
here
try
for
and
sure.
burn down the dragon right here? Okay,
We
this is
do.
just gonna be a total coin flip of who gets this straight
Oh, 'cause
because
there's no smites
nobody
allowed,
has a
right?
smite. Nobody has a smite. Nobody has a smite. What are we doing? No! Yes!
We
Yes!
got it,
Yes!
we
We got it! We got it! We got it!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had a fourth shot there.
Wait,
Okay,
I think Darkwings popped off.
you
right?
did. Darkwings popped off. So and Rahel, both of them. That was big.
Or who was using the ult there? Was it the the Jin ult? Sorry,
Yeah,
that was
the
Raw I
Jin
was
ult
talking about.
gives
Yeah,
you
Raw.
4 like long
He was
range.
landing those. Yeah, he was landing them well.
Yeah, so he
He actually
landed
didn't
2. He definitely got 1 final blow and maybe 2 here. Because look at this. Boom,
Great because
APA.
It's also like AOE damage if they're stacked up like
Yeah.
that. This is like most ideal situation ever.
Yes. No, that was awesome. That fight couldn't have gone better for us.
The equalizer doesn't actually connect on anything, but it does push Ven out the back. He has to flash over the wall.
Tarek, somebody said to me, if you're an unk, I'm a grandpa. And I said, hey, that means I'm a great grandpa.
Looking for that. And Rahel
Yeah, I'm definitely uncle.
down to about 200.
So I said, call me great grandpa. Get it?
No, you're not great grandpa. You're just
Great.
grandpa.
No, great grandpa.
Oh, you want to be great grandpa?
Yeah, I want to be great.
You want to be a great grandpa?
I just want to be great.
Nobody talk while I'm trying to steal this, and then afterwards, okay, didn't get it.
I want to be great like the U.S. hockey
Oh,
team.
they just beat Canada, right? Is it women's and men's? That
Women's
one? Is that
and
what they're
men
saying?
beat Canada in
For the
overtime.
first time since 1980. Is that
Okay,
true?
it's the first time the U.S. team has won since 1980, and both were won in overtime. U.S. men and U.S. women beat Canada in overtime.
In both sports, or not both sports, in both
Went overtime.
both divisions, would it be called?
Both men and women's
Yeah,
division, sure. And they both were won 2-1 in overtime.
that's crazy. Who's the goat of the Americas team for the men's?
Jack Hughes won the.
Jack Hughes?
He's on the New Jersey Devils. I think he might
Damn,
be dating.
New Jersey Devils.
I think he might be dating Tate McRae. Just saying.
He's only 24
Wait a second.
years-
Wait a
Okay.
second. Wait a second. Can we kill Zen? Yes.
We have to get out of here. I think
You know what that's called, Tarek? You know what you get for that kill? You know what you get there?
Hey,
I gotta get one more. I gotta get one more. We gotta get one more. We gotta get one more. We gotta get one more. Yes.
Oh my God.
Come on, go! Wait a second. Kill everyone.
Wow.
Oh, I thought Impact was gonna live. I thought Impact was gonna
He
live.
almost did. He almost did.
Okay. Wait a
Hey, we're actually
second.
fighting back.
Wait a second.
We're actually fighting back.
By the way, the problem was they based in the wrong place. See, with APA getting here, they come on,
Denying our
guys.
base by a lot, right?
No, we really screwed up there.
Why,
we needed
why?
to have gone farther back because APA just kind of came. Or what we really needed to do is once he was torturing us, the three of us needed to jump on him and kill him.
Because he delayed our bases that way.
But we had 3 people there, right? So like at this point, once he tweaks you and you're all still here, you just got to turn and kill the guy
Right.
instead of like.
This was amazing.
Because it is. Oh, that was a great
Was it,
fight
who
for
landed
us.
it? Was it Impact that landed as Rumble Util? I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I think he landed a hook or something.
Yes. I thought who he was going to
almost
be able to
lived here.
shield him.
Damn, he couldn't tank the one
Oh.
shot.
You know
Tank
what?
hurts
Who
too
he
strong.
who he needed to get in between Impact and the turret and try and take that shot from him.
Maybe, yeah.
But hey, again, at least we're fighting, right? See, I don't care if they take the Rift Herald here. Like, we just got such a good fight win.
Yeah, don't force anything bad. Don't force a bad fight
Yeah.
here.
It's like, hey.
Claimed the eye, no problem, no contest here from Sentinels. But C9 are now behind. That shutdown on Desven, that's stopping him from farming and becoming the monster that he was in game number 1. Very important.
So the best thing, though, Tarek, is when you kill the guy who's got the big gold lead, you get a bounty. So we got a bounty for killing Sven. So that's why it's great to kill the guy with the big gold lead. By the way, Tarek, look at the gold. Chat, look at the gold. The map
Go ahead,
score.
bud. Damn,
the-
we're 4-8, but it's only a little, yeah.
I know, but it's 16 minutes in. We're not getting steamrolled.
That's true. I'm trying to win this shit, though.
Okay. Baby steps.
Yeah,
Baby steps. Don't get steamrolled.
Yeah.
Win a game. Win the
Yeah,
match.
win a fight, yeah.
Win a fight. Win a game. Don't get
Baby
steamrolled.
steps is true. Baby steps is true.
But again, what did I see? Remember what I told you is our team is good at team fighting. And so we didn't get behind in lane, and then we just won a nice team fight.
Yeah.
Actually, we won 2 nice team fights because we also won that team fight in front of the Dragon.
And Dragon, yes, that's two. Careful here. Good fall. I get scared because I don't know the character's abilities, so. Wait a minute.
Hui's got an ability to kind of stun you, and he kind of dances on your head and he stuns you.
Okay. So if he's near you, he can stun you, basically.
Yeah.
Or he jumps to you. He dashes
jumps-
to you and stuns you.
He jumps on top of you and stuns you.
But he can
That's-
also dash away, it looks like.
Sentinels, they definitely have no idea about this one. Nobody's sweeping, so everyone kind of.
Tarek, I'm going to answer one Valorant question, which is John's an import, so therefore we can't bring in any other imports. Just so you know.
Oh, John is an import, so you can only have one import?
Correct.
Okay, they're moving down there. Sentinels first.
Oh, damn.
All right, so now what they're trying to use is the Rift Herald to force us out of the river to make us stop the Rift Herald, and then they're going to try and take the River Dragon, which is probably going to work here.
Defend this objective. Thanatos and Blabber were working on the Drake here
So,
at the same time while
They're using
Sometimes-
the Herald to force us out of river to get the dragon vision?
Yes,
I
correct.
see, I see.
No, wait, did they not take the Dragon?
Oh, they're fighting it now.
No, they're
Halfway.
taking it. No,
We
no, I
forced
see.
the
I
fight
figured
here,
they're
we
going to be
forced the fight
taking the
here.
Dragon.
We should
The
definitely
question
force the fight
is,
here.
do we all opt into this fight right here? Because
Oh, they got dragon. They got dragon.
oh, I know and we knew they were going to get Dragon. The question is,
Yeah.
could we win the team fight? That
We
was the
lost one
question.
already. That was bad. It seemed
Well,
like
no, we
Hui
didn't
wanted to
lose
get in
anybody.
there. We lost Hui.
Oh, who he died? Okay, you're right.
It seemed like they wanted to contest them before they got dragon. But yeah, Cloud9 played that well. That was
Yes.
like good.
That was definitely Cloud9's better
mid-rounds.
coordination. I don't know that much about League. I know enough to just annoy Golden Glue when he walks in the office, and I'll say, "Wait a second."
Is one import a new rule? Has it always been like that?
On Valorant, it's always been one import, or certainly since VCT.
I see.
I can move down to Dragon right now. I have top wave. Okay, yeah, I'm down. If you got the wave, I'm down. Okay. Think about Rumble zone. Watching. You can go Recon, Phil. Yeah, I'll go. Look Recon. Okay. Got Drake. I'm leaving Vi. Recon 1 HP. Yeah, I'm on Vi. I'm playing slow. Yeah.
Their comms are very clean.
Nice guys. Alright, we got it.
Like you said,
comms
these
are
guys,
very nice.
these
These
four
comms are
guys,
clean.
everyone but APA played together last year.
The APA is delivering every time. You know, top wave is already covered. I can come early.
Sometimes the flags in the database are different. That you think they have 2 imports, it's just because somebody might have dual citizenship or their parents are somewhere. but you have to have 4 people who have a U.S. passport or green card.
Is it U.S. or is it America? Like
Americas.
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 So all of America, South America included.
All of Americas.
I see. So that's a big deal.
Yes.
It's like North
but therefore,
and South
you
America.
can't. So therefore, we couldn't import anyone from Asia Pacific
Yeah.
or Europe.
Yeah.
All right, it's still winning 1,000.
Yeah. That's I would say 2-1 in team fights. They just won that last one.
Yeah. By the way, if
1-0.
anyone, if anyone wants to volunteer to marry John and help him get his green card, I would never admit that that's what happened.
So we can get another import player.
Yeah.
He might have just pressed the wrong button because he just used the quickness in the jungle.
All right. By the way, again, Tarek, baby steps. 20 minutes. 20 minutes dead even. 2 Drakes to 1, so that's not a big difference.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Oh, we're trying to bait APA here, but he's not. Oh, wait, is he gonna go for it? Yes, he did.
There's the bait.
Come on! Oh,
Zonia's. Can they catch that?
yes.
No.
No. Get here, Hooey. He baited us. He baited us. He baited us.
APA played him so hard.
Oh, APA.
Oh,
and now, by the way, this is the worst case scenario. Eric, do you know what's about to happen?
They're about to get another dragon?
No, they're going to take Baron because our jungler just
Baron
died.
Oh,
that was one of those again. We were dead even at 20 minutes. We took the crazy play,
God.
and now they're taking Baron because we whiffed.
Hanbok, yeah, whiffed for real because he came out of.
We had to
Zonia's
win
and
that.
he
You
whiffed the
can't whiff
ability.
there. You cannot whiff there.
Oh God, it's a
We just
free
got
game.
ecoed. We just
Yeah,
lost
this
to a
is
thrifty.
Thrifty equivalent. Yeah,
That was a
I would say
thrifty
so.
clutch, and now it's kind of.
Now we're trying to like. I don't even.
Now
know.
what we're trying to do is at least kill some of them in this post fight.
We're trying to get them. We're trying to get exits.
Yes, we're trying to get
After getting
exits.
thrifty.
Oh wait, we are trying to get exits. We got to get at least one.
Gen ults?
Because again, the key is you don't want all
right.
5 of them to have the buff because you get too much
Yeah,
accomplished.
Did we catch one?
No, we didn't catch anyone.
No.
Or
Wait.
did we?
Wait.
Or did we?
Oh, he missed it.
Oh.
He missed it. It's close.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
brutal. By the
Did
way,
he
it's
flash it?
it's the problem of using your jungler as the bait right next to the Baron pit because when you lose that fight, look at this.
Man, I want to see this play. Apparently, APA flashed it after Zonia's.
Yes.
Let's do this. Hold on.
See that, but that's the mistake we made
caught him
here.
here.
No, but the mistake we made, right, is
Okay.
we're trying to burst down the guy with Zonias.
Oh, he did flash it.
And flash. So he's
did
got a lot
flash
of
it.
weight. He's got too many tools to escape there.
Yeah, I guess they were. Yeah, that's tough. And his whole team is nearby too.
No, but
That's the worst
also
part.
you can't
That was bad
you can't
timing.
lose your jungler. Anyone else dies there, it's fine, right?
Oh my God.
Anyone
I
else
don't even know
dies
what
there,
to
they
say,
don't take
yeah.
Baron. If anyone else dies, but since it's your jungler dying next to the Baron pit, they insta take Baron. So that's the problem there. So that was the problem.
He was forced to flash just to not die there. They cannot afford to lose impact on the Sentinel side. He's the only one with an individual gold lead so far in this game. After C9.
Oh, Impact does have 1,000 gold lead? That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So that's the key. The Rumble can pack quite a wallop.
Really trying to build this lead even further.
Yeah, this is going to get pretty difficult here for Sentinels. Of course, they do have good wave clear.
But again, Sven has a 2K gold lead.
They're losing control of
Oh no, he's caught.
No, come
How
on,
is he
guys.
caught?
No, I'll tell you why. He thought they were basing to spend their gold, right? Since that they
Yeah,
hadn't
he wants to go
based.
get vision back.
They hadn't based since the
Impact
since they
misses
took.
ults. This is bad, Rob. This
They
is very
hadn't
bad right
based. The problem was C9 hadn't based since they took the Baron. All right, we got a kill there.
We got
Come
a
on,
kill,
Impact,
but
stay
we're
alive,
not-
Impact.
He's dead. He wasted
They
his
hadn't
ults.
based, so we unfortunately
Thought we can get the vision back.
pushed far until we could and face checked, and then
Yeah.
they were waiting for us, and 3 people died.
It's hindsight,
Two.
but ideally we use util in the bush, but it's
Yes.
still hindsight.
No, we have to throw a ward there first before walking up,
very far.
right?
The kills. They're going to be able to push up this tier
Because now they're going to get even more done with this Baron
at the
buff.
same time, move themselves
See right here, there's 4 people there, and we have no vision.
Both times their positioning was good, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like even on top lane when we caught the guy, his team was right there ready to fight. I mean, that time it made sense with Baron, but yeah, this one overstep.
They know it's hard, but then this is a tale of 2 top laners. You know, Thanatos is able to get the kill with the extra little support from Sven over the wall here, the long-range sniper. And meanwhile, the Rumble does not fare as well as a Cassante in those types of numbers disadvantages. So even though you can buy a little time with the Zonias or something, the all-out allows Thanatos side to get the.
You know, C9 has been doing a great job of just getting Sven on the right champion and getting him like set up. Don't kill the clone.
Oh God, yeah. I was just seeing that too. The Wukong clone, right? Yeah.
Blabber did have to trade out the Cyclone though to disengage there, so he used that to get away. So it is a trade of ultimates at the very least, but.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? Ah!
Oh
Somebody
God, so
kill
low.
Blabber. Somebody just hit
Blabber's
Blabber.
still
How is Blabber still alive? Somebody kill him, please. Somebody, anyone.
We don't even need a Q at this point.
No.
Oh, we're caught. Oh my God, look at Dark.
Oh, come on. Somebody finally
Blabber.
kill Blabber.
He's still alive. He's actually trolling us.
He's still alive.
GG,
And we're all
GG.
dying and Blabber's still
GG.
alive.
They're gonna end it.
We tried to kill Blabber. Blabber's still alive. We're all dead. Blabber is still alive.
Yeah, no, he went crazy, I think.
That was crazy work right there. What the?
And he's staying around at no HP till the very end of the fight. Goes back in.
He knows his limits very well, Blabber.
No, like I said, for those of you who are tuning in now, Cloud9 is the best team in North America. They have been on a crazy run in this tournament. Their last two matches, they destroyed their opponents. And so I said coming in, we had like a 10% chance to win a map, to win a game. Not to win the match, to win a game. But yeah.
It feels like we drain a lot of resources on one guy, then we get split up and worked.
Yeah, the problem is the two
That
times
first
in this.
guy needs to die.
Yes, both times, right? We tried to kill APA in the top lane, and then we tried to kill Blabber here, right? But you gotta get the kill. But your problem is at some point you're getting so far behind, right? That they have enough. They have enough shielding, right, and healing that you can't kill the person because they're too far ahead.
You burst them down, just not enough.
Yeah, that's the problem with the gold lead.
Is Impact trying to QB sneak right now?
Impact's gonna try and take this turret. Well, they take our base because we have no choice because they're gonna take our
we
base
can't fight
regardless.
that.
Is he gonna get this turret?
Turret's 1 HP. It'll get killed by
Yeah.
minions, yeah.
Really clearly been put at this #1 spot in the LCS.
All right. And it's an objective bounty. So the funny thing about League of Legends is, if you get too far behind, they give you bonuses to try and help you catch up. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. One more time.
They have objective bounties, which when you get far behind, things become more valuable to you to help you try and catch up.
Right.
So like the turret Impact just took was worth double what it normally would be because we're so far behind.
Is it just determined by gold?
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
And so that's
They put
part
in,
of
like,
why.
some guardrails for the team that's down to have a
Yes.
chance of catching back up.
Correct. So you don't get just completely obliterated. And that way you have reason to do things, right? Like you can, like for there, where he stayed and tried to take that turret because at least it gave us something.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like less than the other guys. Last time around it was only like there. So I think it's
improving. We're scaling into the third game.
He was having some fun there. The Cassante at the bottom tower, you know.
The problem at this point is killing their jungler and their top laner is next to impossible.
Because they're so tanky and they have so much peel.
And we did have a couple of ultis used back and forth
Who he?
Oh, okay, so that's
poke?
where
Some
he
poke.
tried to use his knock up there.
Sidesteps the grand entrance, not super
Oh my
He tried to
God.
use his knock up where you basically just stun the guy
Stun him.
and then it's easier to kill, but
Yeah.
it did not land. But again, look at Blabber. He's got half health.
Yeah.
These traps with the Nautilus for the pick, with the Wukong for the
Oh
follow-up,
my God.
and everybody's fair game.
Yeah.
Gonna get their fourth dragon here soon. 15 seconds. I mean, I don't know. We should get Baron, right? Let them have it.
No,
I
they're
don't even know what the
we're
play
not
is.
going to be able to do. We're not going to be able to take Baron. We won't take it fast enough.
But they're trying to do it. They're working their way in.
The problem.
my
Oh, that's
God,
good. He
that was
whiffed on the
close.
Nautilus
he
hook.
whiffed, yeah,
that was good.
That's got like a 20-second cooldown, I guess.
Yet another pick here for the C9 side.
What is the chance that we actually can kill Blabber?
If we can start
What is the
fight
chance
soon
that we
without
can
getting
actually
caught.
kill Blabber?
Wait, Thanatos is getting caught out to the side a little bit. Not really, though. He's so tanky. Oh, my God. We're getting chipped away so hard. They have so much
Oh,
poke.
that hurt. That
We're
hurt.
getting chipped away so hard. Wait, Danto's taking some damage though. Oh, here's the fight. We got caught.
Oh, but Hui's
Did we get
dead.
caught?
Hui's dead. Humbak's dead. GG.
Everyone's dead.
It's over.
Damn. At least we died as a team.
Can someone? Oh, Blabber has Guardian Angel. We finally killed him.
Oh my god.
We finally killed Blabber, and it didn't matter.
He's out of space. He's out of time. He's
He's not killing him. He's not attacking him.
No,
What's
he doesn't
happening?
want because he was waiting
stalling
because
him,
he's letting his
stalling
team get to the base
Oh
to end.
my god, this is cringe.
That was cringe. By the way, Tarek,
Is that the equivalent of shooting their body in Valorant after you kill them?
Yes. That was the most cringe thing ever. Now remember what I told you at the start, Tarek. What did I tell you?
First map to second map? Momentum?
I said my goal is to last 80 minutes plus. I think we're at 59 minutes. So we're gonna meet the 80-minute goal.
There was a reverse sweep yesterday.
There was
And it
T1.
was against T1,
And it was
which
against
my
the
favorite for that
GOAT. Now, it was against the GOAT. But like I said, this team is one player changed. Our team's an expansion team. Our team's been together for like 5 weeks. So the fact we're in the upper final is crazy good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Very
one of those
promising
things
signs.
where we're ahead of where we should be, and we're going to look at today. So it's double elimination. So if we lose today, we play Saturday against the winner of Team Liquid Lion. So
Team Liquid would be spicy.
So we beat Team Liquid the first time we played them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
that's right. They did
and then
that.
Lion's the team with the GOAT jungler Inspired. He's so funny. Inspired. So yesterday when he got interviewed after their win, he said, you know, the funny thing is the rookie jungler on FlyQuest, he's trying to be like me, so I know exactly where he's going to be, but I know where he's going to be, so I just kill him because I'm better than he is.
Wow, he actually said that.
That's what Inspired said in his post-match interview.
I like it. I like
He
it.
said, I know where he's going to be. I show up there to kill him. He goes, but I appreciate him trying.
Yeah.
So, yes. So here's the thing. Here's the state of play for our League of Legends team. They were guaranteed top 3. By coming in top 3, that means we're at least going to the America's Cup in March, which is second and third in South America, second and third North America. If we win the tournament, we would play in First Stand, which is a global event, one team from each region. But like I said, like Cloud9 is the team in peak form. And like I said, we're a rookie team. Well, we're not a rookie team. We're a brand new team with 2 veterans, 3 less experienced players, but we've only been playing together for like 6 weeks. But yes, the 2 plays we've tried to make in this series that were our home run plays, both just missed, right? Like, but again, my only question there, which somebody smarter about League of Legends would have to tell me was, did we really have a chance to beat APA there? And is it too risky to have Hambach being the one to initiate there since Hambach can't die there? Right?
Yeah, because Baron just came up and everyone's going to be focused on top lane.
Once you kill Hambach right there, they just stroll over and take Baron, which is what happened and what they're showing right now. That they're asking is, did we have a chance to win this fight? Let's see what he says.
Chance to win the fight after he died?
Like
no
a
way.
Series of play from about just before 20 minutes to just after 21 minutes that kind of lost them the game, in my opinion. The over-aggressive from Hambach.
I will say, you know,
what do you think they should do in that situation?
Here, let's see what.
I agree, Jin should ult, but like realistically, Jin ult is not doing damage. Like it's probably doing like 100 damage to Nautilus.
Yeah.
Like he had Rapid Fire and Yomu, so he doesn't actually have too much AD. So it's really not going to do that much. By that point, I think the Baron's already lost. I think just to play beforehand is like way too jumpy for Hambach to go for. Just take the flash, take the, just slowly aim down your eye.
All right. Now, unfortunately, see, now he's making me sound smart because what he said was get his Zonias, get his flash, and then get the hell out of there.
But he couldn't. He tried to, no?
No, I'm saying they stuck around. He went back in and tried to finish him off. And once we forced him to use his Zonias, right, he's saying Hambach cannot be the one there suicide missioning because that's
after the Zonias,
because it literally costs you the game. And it doesn't win you the game because the other problem with that play, right, is you're not killing their jungler. Because even if we win that fight and kill APA there, we're not getting the Baron. But if we lose the fight, we're losing the Baron. So that was why the risk reward wasn't really there. But like I said, this is where I'll be really annoying on Monday, where I'll say to Golden Glue, now wait a second.
I think also, I don't know if it's a point to bring up, but before APA flashed, I think Hambach messed up the timing to actually kill him. Like, I think he was supposed to jump at him a little quicker, but the guy got a chance to flash away. So I'm wondering if he messed up mechanically as well to even secure the kill in the first place.
Right. If he just perfectly hit his first ability that
after Zhonya's.
Could he have killed him? That could have been. But like I said, once he used the Zhonya's, though, his teammates had a chance to get there. So I think at that point, he needed to back off. I think that was the question. But, so yes, like I said, I predicted that we would lose 0-3. My ambition was to last 80 minutes. We actually have a chance to last 90 minutes. But again,
59, you said?
But I said we have a chance to last 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But the key is, like I said, the team fighting, you can see that the team has like it in them. Like we won that very first team fight around the Drake. But Cloud9 is just so much more coordinated we are that because they have a core that 4 of those players played together last year. And we're one of the top teams in the league last year. So
we won like two smaller fights early game, which were big, but they won the big fight mid game.
They won that. They won that top
like
lane fight that was basically, like I said, my issue with that fight is your downside is so much bigger than your upside. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the issue. All right. Turning back one more time to the Valorant fans in the chat wanting the update. Now that we've had this enough times, I think I can summarize fairly quickly what's going on. That Kaplan has been replaced as coach with Ewok, who was the RRQ coach in Asia Pacific last year. They came in first stage 1, second stage 2. They played Paper X in both of those finals. The decision to change had a lot to do with where the roster is now and how we got there. And so we don't have 5 players saying, we got this, we're ready to go, we're going to win a championship. In fact, we're getting farther away than where we were 3 months ago. And so then you have to say, what changes do we need to make? And then one of the reasons we are where we are is Kaplan had ultimate decision about the roster. And there were 2 roster decisions that the org disagreed with. We have 2 people here who've been doing it a long time, very successful at it, who disagreed. Ultimately, I'm usually like playing the tiebreaker, but in this one, I didn't get to play tiebreaker. And so the decision not to pursue Zekken as duelist, like I said, who knows if he would have stayed, but we made a decision not to pursue him as duelist. And then the decision to remove John as IGL. And so where we are now is a team that isn't gelling, it's not improving. And so this just felt like the time that we needed to make a change. What's funny, Tarek, is Tarek, are you still there? What's funny is, here's what's funny. People reference 2023 as a negative, and I'm like, what we did in the middle of 2023 led to us winning Kickoff 24 and winning Masters Madrid. So when they say this, oh, here we're 2023 again, I go, exactly. Like, we're dealing with a problem so that it doesn't manifest and continue to get worse. And so that was the issue. And so what I said was, so people keep asking about roster and what I would have done at the end of last year. What I said is I would have either run it back or I could have certainly accepted how do we get Redux onto the roster and what roster move do we need to make to facilitate that. But there are a lot of potentials to make that work. And so that is not the path we went down. And like I said, we're nowhere near where we need to be. So like, you know, it's funny on Plat Chat, Bren said something which unfortunately he thought was helping Kaplan, but instead it kind of shook me to the core. Because he basically said, why are you people comparing them to 100 Thieves? Of course 100 Thieves is better than they are.
In terms of like
the players we have, and where we should be in the process. And you're like, wait a second. How is that the position we're in? Like, because they have a rookie IGL and a rookie duelist and a coach that came in and adopted 3 players and married the 2. But also we played them in the offseason, so our mechanics were better than them in the offseason. But now to look at me and say, guys, well, this is the funniest comment of people making to me on Twitter is your roster isn't good enough. Exactly. I agree. So that is why we're making the changes, because this is not the roster the org wanted to go with. And so we're making the changes. John is returning as the IGL. So when people say we went to 6 of 7 internationals and won one, it was a combination of John IGL, Zekin Duelist, Kaplan coach. Kaplan decided to change 2 of those 3, and we then had our worst outcome. So yes, there has to be accountability for a coach to have your authority. So yes. Now, by the way, so yes, Zach is my favorite player. I desperately wanted him to stay, and Kaplan didn't want him as Duelist anymore. And then Zach reached out to me at some point and said, hey, Rob, what's going on? Wait, is that actually? Wait, what is Zekin's Twitch handle? Chat, what is Zekin's?
Isn't it Zekin Bao?
Is it Zekin Bao?
Let me see.
I don't know. So anyway, is it Zekin's? Oh, he wasn't, like a lot of people have that crazy CS.
Zekin VAL, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all that to say that if we're going to make a change and there wasn't buy-in, right, then you got to kind of change the chemistry and the combination of coach, IGL. And so that is what we're doing. So yes, some people are going to look at me and say I'm a psychopath. And some people are going to be happy that we're addressing problems sooner rather than later. Because yes, we've gone, here's the thing, Tarek, other than this questionable Fnatic Invitational, are we the only org to win 2 majors? Here we go. 2 masters / champs? I think we are. So that is the standard we hold ourselves to. So if we're going to a place where that isn't the level of our roster and that's not where we're going, then yes, we have to make a change. So that's what we've done. So yeah, I feel bad that this didn't work out. I feel bad that I had to replace Kaplan. That was not my goal ever. But at the same point, we went down a path we didn't want to go down. And it ended as badly as it could have gone. So that's where we're at. So starting Tuesday, we'll be conducting trials. Like I said, this is not Caillou's fault. Like you had John, who's one of the most talented, experienced IGLs in the game. And the coach decided to replace him as IGL. That wasn't John's decision. A lot of people assumed that was John's decision, right? I think that's the one thing that most people were shocked by, is that they thought John said, I don't want to be IGL anymore. That John got replaced as IGL. And so I think Caillou has great potential. And I think Caillou with a little bit more experience will be a top tier IGL in the game. But the difference between where John is and where Caillou is at this point is definitely like, they're just night and day in terms of John's won a major and Caillou's played 4 games in the VCT. So that is what's going on. Derek, was there any frequently asked question that I missed?
No, I don't think so. I think you addressed it. I think there's going to be a little bit of a storm on Reddit and social media.
Yes,
probably.
no question. No, by the way, when I make these decisions, I appreciate the fact that some people are going to say, Rob's a jackass. How can you be replacing Kaplan at this point of the season? And that's, for better or worse, that's what I have to take a responsibility for. Like, that is my ultimate job, is to decide, is this going to get better if we stay with it? And I think we're at a place where the answer is no, we're not going to get better if we stay with it, because that's also not the way the players feel, right? Like, if the team and the coach all were like, hey, this is what we have to get done and we're on path, that is not where they are. So it's the combination of the two. And so at the end of the day, I have to make these decisions. Like when I decided to replace Psycho, when, again, the team wasn't progressing. And then within a year, we won a major. So that ultimately is the key. If we don't make it to champs or to Masters 1 next year, then maybe this was a mistake. But
yeah.
But we're certainly couldn't be farther away than we are right now.
Some people are asking about Ewok and like, was there other coaches up for debate, or was Ewok the easy go-to? And I think you were talking about earlier how you reached out to people in the scene.
This was the only person who I felt like was up to the challenge. And so, what he's done, what he's already experienced in VCT, what he's accomplished, and then making that change, that he was the only person who I considered, who we all spoke to, and that ultimately, Ewok is not in LA. He is remote currently. Because we all kind of, obviously this all kind of happened fairly fast. But I think the one thing that Ewok was 100% of John returning to be IGL and rebuilding the team around John as the IGL.
Yeah, it's early days, big decisions, but early days.
So, like I said, it is ultimately my responsibility to make these decisions. I deferred to this decision in the offseason. Like I said, if I'd done it in the offseason, I think I would have got 10 times more hate. So
for sure.
I'm not, and like I said, it is what it is. It is my responsibility to make these decisions, and if they're right or wrong. But we had a core group that was Zek and Duelist, John IGL, Kaplan coach. Kaplan decided to change 2 of the 3. So that is how we're here. And that was not what the org wanted to do. So
there's a question about Bang, if there's more context there. Do you want to touch on it or not really?
Yeah, like I said, this was Kaplan when he came back from Champs, was just kind of, he wanted to blow it up. And I'm like, wait, look at how good we did. Like, the irony is the org would have, like I said to you earlier, I would have said, okay, does it make sense to put Redux onto this roster, and who should get replaced? Should it be Bang? Should it be Zelsis? Should it be Narrate? Right? Like, that would have been my question. But that just wasn't where Kaplan was when he got back from Champs. He was like ready to blow it up. And you saw it from the scrims we did, the trials we did, right? Like, Narrate and Zelsis were part of every trial for the first 2 weeks. So it was very clear who he was building around.
Yeah. It's tough.
Right? And so a lot of it also is about team chemistry. And so if the team chemistry is getting worse, right, and you're not getting better as a team, then you have to reassess the team and the combination of people you have and who's leading that team.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me about Zelsis, and I will say that at the end of the day, we kind of got forced into a place where we had to pick between John and Zelsis. And as you can see from the way John is playing, that John still has the ability to elevate his game and fry. And so the opportunity was there for Zelsis to go be the IGL for C9. So the two things just kind of worked out together at the same time.
People keep asking about Knights, but I feel like Knights doesn't turn 18 until I think it's July. So I feel like that's not even in the question.
Knights is not a potential for stage 1. He is certainly would be a potential for stage 2. But like I said, right now we're focused on building the stage 1 roster. He won't be 18 for stage 1. So, all right, you got one or two others, Tarek? You've done a good job of like moderating this discourse with your chat.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I think,
by the way, and the one thing I forgot to talk about, and I will mention it one more time, that I said to you the more dramatic thing than the chat always says. I said, anytime, day or night, regardless of the roster construction, if 10 shows up at my door and says he wants to play, he always has a spot on Sentinels for life. That is my stance on 10s for life. So, yes,
someone
chat.
put this in 10 to 10s.
So, yeah, you all should send out love and appreciation and good wishes to say 10s, come back. Now, later, whenever you want, we're here for you. 10s for life, chat. That is my motto. 10s for life. Force him to come back. If there's ever a time. Tarek, it's like a superhero movie.
For what, Tens to come back?
Sen City was in chaos.
Wait, why was his voiceover kind of good, chat? You need Bob to voice over a video.
Sen City was in chaos. Only one man could solve the problem and save the day. That man was Tens. By the way, here's the funnier thing about that. Tarek, here's the funnier thing about that. Do you remember when Batman sat next to you on the couch?
Yeah.
And what did he say about the trophy?
Oh, yeah, he said couldn't do it without Tens.
Can you guys do it without Tens?
Oh, can you guys do it without Tens? That's what he said.
He said, hey,
he's so in the loop.
The community wants to know, can you do it without Tens? That's what Batman said.
Oh, my God.
So Batman said, bring back Tens. So anytime, day or night, doesn't matter. Tens can be 50. I'll bring it back. Tens is the GOAT. Tens has been with us from the beginning through thick and thin. Both ways. He's had good times. He's had bad times. He's had amazing times. We've had bad times. But through it all, we've come out on top. So that is the comment on Tens. And then other free agents that you're all spamming in the chat, we're going to be conducting trials next week. And therefore, starting Tuesday. And like I said, our hope is to get this put together quickly and get off and running. But it is, it sucks. To have to do this mid-season, of course, sucks.
Would you think people would have been more pissed if they saw the same exact team, same coaching staff, nothing changed?
I think so.
You think they would have been more pissed than the changes?
Don't you think so?
I think if they kept the same team and played bad, it would have been a catastrophe.
Yes. Here's the problem. If this was the team and the coaching staff and we got 0-2'd whoever we played first, right?
Yeah, no, it's just freaking hang it up. Just hang it up at that point.
It would have been just closed. Just shut your place down. Like, why would I ever support Sentinels again?
Because then it looks like you're not even trying.
Yes.
To come back and not play well.
By the way,
it would have been a major risk as well. Yeah.
Can I just point something out about last year's world champ? Right? Mm-hmm. What happened last year? NRG came in 7th, 8th in kickoff.
Yeah. They
actually dropped Verno, picked up Brock, Ultimate Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. Then, after stage 2, FNS stepped aside and Scuba joined. Bonkar got Bonkar stepped aside and then made a comeback. They put out the back signal. And then NRG went on a historic run and won the world championship.
So you're saying there's a world where Kaplan comes back for stage 2, he wins champs.
I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, if you look at NRG last year, right, their first 2/3 of the season looked like hell, and then they won the world championship.
Yeah, I hear you.
Was there ever a point?
How you start your year does not define how you end your year. Is the point.
By the way, unless you just stay with what's not working, and that's not what NRG.
Now, what's the example of a team that kept the same roster? Would be like maybe like a Furia from last year. No,
Furia. What are you talking about? They blew up their roster. Furia last year stayed with their roster, came in last place. Then they blew up their roster. Now this is their roster.
That's what I'm saying. They kept their roster.
Yes, but by the way, look at Evil Geniuses when they won champs. What happened? They brought in Demon 1 in the middle of stage 1.
Yeah.
Or there was only one stage, right? He wasn't there with them for a lock-in. And then he came in the middle of the season, and then they went on a run. And then they won champs. So to stick with what's not working has not proven to be the successful formula.
Yeah.
So it's not working. And we had to make a change. So we're making the change now. And I may be wrong, but that's my job, is to make those decisions.
I think it would have been riskier to keep the same team.
Yes. And the one thing, just to clarify, Tarek, because people are confused by this timeline, okay? Because there's two different issues with Zekken. One is when we got knocked out of champs, we spent no time trying to re-sign him to be our duelist. He never trialed to be our duelist. That in Kaplan's mind, Zekken was no longer going to be our duelist. So that's my point about Zekken, right? There's a second part of that, which was then, should we have him be Smokes? And then by then, MIBR just rolling out the money train and saying, come join us. And him like, hey, I'll go play with Aspas. They want me. Where for 3 weeks, he wasn't trialing. We weren't talking about being the duelist. So
I feel like it's just a little crazy to rule him out unless you have like
Well, the coach thought he had that person.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
The coach made a bet that he had the person, and ultimately it didn't
Rob,
work out.
it's inevitable. Like I'm just now, he's gonna have to make a response, or it's gonna be the story of Kaplan cut second. Well, because that's gonna be held over his head forever now. So I'm
but by the way, that doesn't mean he's not made a lot of good decisions. Doesn't mean that he hasn't been a really good coach. But this time, his reaction to what happened at Champs was the wrong, and unfortunately took us in the exact wrong position where we are nowhere. And like I said, Tarek, if I came to you and said, Tarek, should we just keep going? Should we make no changes? You get to decide. No changes or some. You pick. What would you have said?
Right now?
No. Yesterday.
To make changes for the team or not to make changes?
Yeah, if I said to you,
I'm making
Tarek,
changes for sure.
Okay, so
I'm making crazy changes.
Okay, but
I would have scrapped way more. No.
So anyway,
okay. Well, the problem now, Rob, is you're gonna get flack for people giving you shit for last year riding out with Kaplan instead of riding out with Zekin. That's what you might get flack for.
But where it was complicated, right, is Zekin's contract was up, so we're gonna have to make a new contract with Zekin. Yes. Kaplan had a contract, and therefore we would have had to bet that we could find a coach quickly and
re-sign Zach.
Right? So we were kind of in a weird place. And so that, unfortunately, is what we had to do.
Which could have happened, but it wasn't pursued because you ultimately, you just decided to go with this route,
Wait, no. Okay.
What happened?
Oh my. How in the world does this happen again? No, here's what's happened. Okay. Yes, it's so painful what's happened. And this happened a week ago against Team Liquid. Okay. It appears that we botched the draft. Wait,
there was a repick in the vetoes, but I didn't know what happens.
Okay. I don't mean to badmouth Impact's Logitech mouse, but I'm gonna badmouth Impact's Logitech mouse. Well, remember 2 weeks ago he misclicked his runes, and this time he misclicked his champion.
Wait, you couldn't say you misclicked your champion?
They
and
did.
Redo the whole thing?
No. This time you immediately said, "Guys, we misclicked the champ," and they're letting him fix it. But come on, he needs a new mouse. You know what he needs? You know what Impact needs?
Final mouse or not final mouse? Sentinels Razor.
He needs to use the Razor mouse, and enough already.
Wait,
okay.
Wait, do they go back to the same point they were at?
My chat is saying it wasn't Impact this time. Just to be fair. All right, I'm not chat. Otherwise, notice my staff is telling me it wasn't Impact. It was not Impact this time. By the way, see, they took me up.
Accidentally picked Vayne. Oh, yes. I was excited for Vayne.
I know, that would have been exciting.
Yeah.
So the funny thing here is, right, I told them to make sure the match lasted longer. If all else fails, find a tech pause. I shouldn't give them that advice next time. I'm a bad owner. There's no question about that. Like, chat knows that about me now. Chat knows better. They're like, Rob is a crazy person. Here's the thing. Can I ask you a question, Tarek?
I don't think you would be labeled as a bad owner.
No, but I'm saying, would you rather have somebody who's passionate about winning and wants to win, but also, like I said, this isn't me coming down, and this is
it's not you laying down the hammer. It's a team decision as well.
And
so you're just kind of giving context as to how we got to this point.
Yes, and also, like I said, my staff disagreed with Kaplan, and ultimately, I backed Kaplan, is what I'm saying. That's how we got to this place. My staff would not have made these changes that we made, right? So I backed Kaplan in the offseason, and now I got to fix it. That's what happened. Thank you, Tag Arizona. By the way, and if you don't like me, feel free to root for FlyQuest or G2, right? Feel free. We only want passionate fans who are desperate to win, and if they don't win, are pissed off. That's who I want as fans. Because the funniest thing is on Plat Chat, Bren was mad at me for reading everybody's tweets of saying, why are you giving these people a voice? Like, because these are my fans. These are our supporters. Yes, I'm giving them a voice. That is what it means to be part of Sen City, is you get a voice with the org. We will listen to you. We may not listen, we might do what you say, but at least you get your chance to hear you out.
Because you were reading tweets on your stream, or what were you doing?
Remember, I put out.
Oh, when you were saying red.
I didn't.
To everyone.
I didn't like them, but it showed. I lived up. I said for an hour.
It was funny that you were replying to each one saying red, but yeah,
because it showed.
You're just showing that you hear them.
No, it showed that I actually spent an hour and read every single tweet, and the ones that weren't fire someone, I responded to. Right? I said, yeah, Redux. I'm ride or die with Redux. I said the Shroud era is underappreciated. Right? But when it said fire someone, I just said red, as in, yeah, I'm reading every one. But I'm not liking your tweet if you said fire Tarek. I just said red.
How much do you think the community impacts your decisions?
Well, I think it's more about making sure we're not disconnected from the community because, like you said, we have a fan base that we need to support our org, to buy Sentinels mice, to buy Sentinels team capsules, to buy Sentinels jerseys. Because the thing that makes me most upset, right, because this is what does affect me, is the fans felt betrayed that it didn't occur to you as a Sentinels fan that you would ever lose Zekin to another org, right? And so fans felt betrayed of like, wait, how did our guy that we love leave? So that's where the fans, you definitely get reinforced of, yeah, you're right, that was a mistake. You know what? We considered firing Tarek. We thought about every choice, but Tarek is good for Tarek's staying. Maybe gets promoted. I'm just responding to your chat, Tarek. They want to know if we considered firing you, and I said we took everything into account.
Rob, I was looking at it the other day. I'm coming up on 4 years this year, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually crazy because I don't know. I didn't know it's been. I thought it was been maybe 3. But yeah, I'm coming up on 4 now.
Because Tarek, here's our record in our last 7 VCT matches, not off season, right? Okay. We lost our last 2 matches in playoff. We lost our 2 matches at champs against mid-level teams, not teams that won. And then we went 1-3, losing to Leviathan, 100 Thieves, and Furia. That's our last 8 matches. We went 1-7. Okay, so this MF yapping is Sentinel CEO Rob Moore, who's just giving people context about the decisions we made today and why. Because that is what people always ask is why. So we're answering the question. And then
I can't tell if he's rage baiting. That's why.
I'm totally fine because that's what we're here for. So after this match, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But this is today. This is what we're doing. All right, the match is back live. If it doesn't go 4, we'll be done with it. If it goes 4, we'll have some more Q&A.
We'll have some more lore.
We'll have some more Q&A.
Wait, they're showing the game chat right there. You see that?
What's that?
You're welcome.
Oh, there you go.
So I think, Rob, what happened is that they fat-fingered Vayne.
Yes.
And then the ref said you had to play with it.
Yes.
Sentinels protested it, and then I think C9 said it was okay, so they went to go back to do it again.
Yes. Because by the way, that shows you how dominant Cloud9 knows they are.
Well, it's also kind of shitty if you're going to force them to play. Like, it's kind of bad sportsmanship. It shouldn't really be in C9's hands at all, to be honest. It should be a full ref decision.
No, by the way, I agree. I think that puts the opponent in a shitty place to have to say yes or no.
Yeah,
right?
They shouldn't be in their hands at all.
Like, if it's not something you can change.
What if they say no and then they lose? They say it's fine, they lose the match, and Jack is like, what are you guys doing?
Hang on. Coach Cam.
This has been the second time a Champ Select issue has happened under your tenure as head coach. What does it say about your leadership?
That's a very good question, Dokla. I think it says that in my environment, we're willing to make mistakes. We're willing to take that extra risk or that extra step and learn and improve from it. That's what I think that shows.
Well, I mean,
what a great answer. I'm not going to lie, Rob.
I mean, you guys are top 3 right now, so I can see the improvements throughout the split. Down 0-2 in the series, what do you need to do to come back?
I think we need to team fight better. I think in the last game, like, we could have won that 3rd dragon. We're kind of just getting out team fought on the 3rd dragon. I think we're not really finding the right angles. So this game we have a bit more of like a pick comp, and we have a bit stronger lanes with the Lucian Nami into this Thresh. So trying to snowball and kind of play a different type pace of game this game.
Yeah, you gave APA his Ziggs here, so what was the thought process behind that? Because,
I guess he can just first pick blind Ziggs. Let's see, maybe we'll punish it, maybe not. Flash, kill his ass. Oh!
Wait a second! Yes, let's go! All right.
The first pick,
okay.
That is what we do. It was all according to my master plan.
And there you have it. So looks like Sentinel is going to go for the reverse sweep here. And we'll toss it back to Flowers and the rest of the crew. What do you guys think about that?
So the person who was doing that interview, Tarek,
Yeah.
So Golden Glue last year was the 100 Thieves head coach.
Yeah.
And so Dokla was Golden Glue's top laner, which is why he was trolling him about the mistakes.
I see. I see.
So they have a long-term relationship. And so, but like I said, here's the thing. In all of our teams as an organization, we have a very collaborative process about roster. This is the first time we varied from that path. So if we suggested someone at Golden Glue he thought was a bad idea, or he suggested someone else until we came to something we all agreed on. That is what we've done historically. So that is what went off.
Team effort, yeah.
Yes. Like I said, Eric Ma and Charlie Lipsy have been doing this for most of their lives. Certainly their adult lives. Ewok was the RRQ coach. They came in first and second last year in stage 1 and stage 2. Beat Paper X once, lost to Paper X once.
So wait, why is he still on RRQ and now he left?
No, he left at the end of the year, and then
I see.
He's been working. He's been working on the APAC broadcast desk for Riot for
these last couple months.
Kickoff, yeah, for kickoff.
I see.
All right, back to the match. We'll talk more about Valorant if we somehow steal this game. But hey, I feel good about my over 80 minutes, Tarek. We might get to 90 minutes.
What were we at? 63 after map 2? Or game 2?
No, it was right at 59-60 after.
Wasn't it 32 plus 28, 9?
Yeah, come on, 61.
Oh, yeah, 61. I thought you said 59. You said 58, though.
Okay, 61, 58, one of those.
Honestly,
no, the 3 minutes can matter here.
Well, he's auto-attacking you, so he's not actually applying that debuff. So
right, yeah.
I never am actually a very big fan of Bramble in this matchup. I just think almost all the sustain. Yeah, you're reducing maybe some grass peeling or whatever, but every time he burrows, when you have that full rage bar at this point, as Boogie could be in some trouble.
Yeah, they're trying to fight back though as Rahel jumps.
Wait a second, can we actually? Oh no, there are junglers here. Okay, so is Hambach. All right.
I don't know. It's gonna be
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Hambach, no,
guys, come back. No, don't abandon Hambach. What are we doing?
Sweetheart.
No.
No, it's a bad look. It's a bad
By the way,
you start to see junglers fall behind.
okay, that wasn't it. We were perfectly set up to just disengage. That's all we needed to do was disengage. That's all we needed to do.
No, yeah, Hambach overstayed his visit. He got caught. He could have just ran away, I think, but he kept fighting a little bit.
I'm sorry, it's Savannah. I scared his dog. That was a mistake right there. Because, here's the thing, right? Hambach believes in himself. So he is like that crazy aggressive duelist who just always looking to engage. But that was definitely too much. That was a mistake. Overheat.
Overheat, that's the word.
He talks about it himself. Blabber, even though it's not like this carry champ, this flashy champ, he has an insane win rate on him. Lifetime.
Overheat.
And people always meme these Enchanter, roams mid, but it's actually pretty effective. Hui just walks mid, bounces the heal off Darkwings onto APA, gives him a little bit of an HP lead there. So that was pretty nicely done. And it looks like we are potentially going to have a scrap for the Scuttle, but Sentinels decides, you know what, we're just going to back off. Blabber just early smites onto the dragon, getting that second smite charge ready. Does not think that they are going to contest, so he had 2 smite charges ready. That one is cooling down, and he's just going to start that dragon, leash it at the same time.
Yeah, and especially on mounted dragons, they take so long to kill. Second charge is back up, ready to finish it off. So he's always efficient. Gets the Scuttle, corrals it next to
Tarek,
the
are we at the same clock?
647, 48.
Yep.
49.
Dead on.
Yep.
As usual, for Cloud9 here.
They got first dragon.
Yeah, that I don't understand what happened there. We got such a great pick in mid.
Well, what I'll say is that the previous 2 games we started off looking good. This game we're starting off bad. Maybe it's better if we make some early mistakes.
There you go.
Mid game.
That's the good cope. Tarek cope. So now Darkwings is playing a champion that hasn't been played. I haven't seen it played this year.
Here is the Maokai record I was talking about for Blabber.
Who's Dark Zero on?
Very impressive.
Dark Zero. You might as well just call him Dark Zero.
Darkwing, sorry.
Call him Dark Zero. Dark Zero, new owners of NRG.
Dark Zero, yeah, that's right.
Clearing his regular camps down towards the bottom side of the map, and APA knows Jarvan just spotted previously topside. The
Dark
Ghost Belt
Wings.
to get in range.
Yeah, Dark Wings, but he locks a red card.
On TF. I know TF. I love me some Twisted Fate.
Yes.
You need a gold card there, brother.
Yes.
Where's the
Twisted
gold
Fate.
card?
You know, sometimes you're just trying to push the guy off.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hambach, no!
Wait a second.
It's okay. I like that he still doesn't have hesitation to make his crazy plays.
Wait!
Did he deny that? I don't know if
Wait.
he did.
Look who's Blabber's playing, Tarek.
He's playing Zywoo? Not Zywoo, Ziggs?
No, Blabber. Look who Blabber's playing.
Blabber? Who is that? Let me see. Is that Fiddle?
No, come on.
Blabber's, it's Maokai.
Maokai! My guy!
Yeah, that's your guy.
I'm a Maokai main. That's all I can play.
Oh my god.
I am a Maokai main.
Hambach stole blue, apparently.
Hambach stole blue?
Yeah,
Your
apparently.
chat, by the way, your chat's a lot smarter about the game than me.
I think you understand the game very macro, very well, though. Like, macro level, you understand it very well.
Type Clucifer123 in Tarek's chat. People are all like, why are you firing Kaplan given what we got to? I have to just lay out for people, here's how we got here. Here's the responsibility he has to take. We have responsibility in the process as well. And at the end of the day, we have to decide what to do. So here we are. Now I'm going to focus on League.
C9 is up to not quite a 1,000 gold lead, but a small lead for themselves. The largest individual one of those, of course, is Sven down here on the Aphelios. And the Aphelios Thresh lane just seems like it's going great.
3 out of 3 games, Sven has had the biggest lead for Cloud9.
Sven does have a lead every game. That is a problem.
Sven is...
nice job by them pushing in with the Aphelios.
Sven is popping off this series, and if he pops off, you're kind of screwed.
Quite nicely, and they actually keep him around here.
We need Raul to lock it in. Oh god, dive. It's a big dive. It's a big dive.
There's that Maokai ult I tell you about, Tarek.
Wait, I think Raul ignored it somehow. Yeah, the cleanse.
What did I tell you about that Maokai ult?
Yeah, I saw it. Bind them up.
You just...
What does it do? It like stuns you for a second?
It stuns you for a second, and the longer the game goes, the longer it stuns you.
I see.
He just drives through, stacks up the wave, so now this wave will push out towards him. And
okay,
goes, hey,
we're down 800, but
yeah,
stack that wave, like I said.
And Impact just shoves it out.
See, what did I tell you earlier, Tarek? I said the problem is when you lose those first 2 games, you're more likely to make those kind of mistakes, right?
Overplay because you want to overcompensate for the losses.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think overcompensating could be fine if you do it as a team. Yeah, individually.
Yeah, the problem was in that situation, if they all go in there, it's fine. But somehow Rahel and Huhi were leaving as he was engaging. That was the problem there.
Wrong page.
Right? So he then ended up in a 1v3, and it was like, wait, come back. Teammates, don't leave me here.
Yeah. I do like the idea of them taking some risk, but it just has to be calculated. Trying to get the grubs here. Impact is looking good on top lane.
So if you don't get 3, they're also not that big a deal. So therefore, people sometimes just take 1 and move on with their life.
What, the grubs you mean?
Yeah. Like if you have 2 grubs now, it's not a big deal. Other than getting the jungler some experience.
At least it's a quick end. Honestly,
you wouldn't even feel it. It's a big lightning bolt from the sky. You're done, so.
It's like, do you
now
want
Rift Herald's coming up in 30. Is that what that is?
Death, or would you like a quick one there, Azale?
Okay, all right, fair.
All right, back to
neither.
Back to the bottom lane.
Would you like to decay over time?
It's too real.
All right, let's check back in on our bottom lane action as Sven does have his Stormrazor fully completed. Rahel has answered with the fully completed Essence Reaver. Thank you very much, MasterCard. Vulcan still looking to see if anybody's going to step a little bit too far forward. He can land a death sentence, but Hambach does show down here in the river. Blabber is also ready and waiting nearby. Keep your eyes on the Jarvan Dragon Strike. Remember that the last time they got that kill onto Hambach, it was because he used that too aggressively. He didn't have it available as an escape mechanism.
They already have one dragon.
I know. And where is Darkwing?
Darkwing's is on his way, I guess. They're melting that dragon. Oh, Vulcan's caught.
Wait! Kill Vulcan! Oh, no! Again, we don't finish the kill! Okay, come on. We gotta kill Sven. Finally, we killed Sven. Hey, we killed Sven.
Everyone died, though.
Hambach is dead. Hambach is dead.
Impact is here, but it's...
No, the problem is Hambach is dead. So therefore, without Hambach, we're screwed.
Yeah.
He may regret it. it.
Oh my God, and there's
Flash
flash
away. A little bit more
too.
damage from bouncing bomb is not enough to secure it, and C9 will take the fight.
Oh.
Have the one extra
All right.
Every time we're 1 HP, these guys get away.
No, by the way, but again, that gets back to coordination, right? Which is that you're all hitting the same champion, right? Because if someone used one auto attack on a different champion, that's the difference between living and dying.
That's true. That's true.
To make matters even worse, that was the first time we've seen an ult from Darkwings this whole game. He has been kind of lane locked, but it's Cloud9 that end up pulling.
Cloud9 is winning. They were the huge favorites coming in. This is best of 5. They're up 2-0. It's the upper final, so if we lose, we play next Saturday against the winner of Team Liquid. Look at Vulcan.
Wow.
Look at Sven. Look at Vulcan. We play the winner of Team Liquid Lion next Saturday. The grand final is next Sunday. Whoever wins this is in the grand final. And Cloud9 certainly is in the driver's seat. They were the giant favorites coming in. Tarek, I got a question in my chat.
Yeah.
Any chance that Tarek could stand in for stage 1 while we wait for Knights to turn 18?
No. Too much pressure right now. We're coming up. Actually, we're rather standing after we're down bad or rather standing after we're up.
From Tag in Arizona.
This would be the best time for me to stand in, really.
To win player of the game in this series. So how's he doing, Kobe?
I mean, it's still pretty early. I think it's even.
It's even?
I think it's,
What's
I think
even?
It's pretty close. Maybe.
What's even?
What do we have?
Nothing's even.
Vulcan might be pretty far up here. Sven's like, oh, we won lane. I'm pretty high up here too. Thanatos did his job, so I'll go. It's pretty close.
Okay, pretty close.
Honestly, maybe
doing all right.
Maybe Blabber's kind of. Blabber might be ahead actually. The Maokai. Maokai value is crazy.
Worrying trend. Also, Rek'Sai not the flashiest champ. So,
no, not really.
But with Titanic, you can have pressure on carries. So you can actually kill carries in the back line. And he definitely
I like that can-do attitude.
Yeah. I'm a Rek'Sai enjoyer for sure.
Yeah.
Titanic is goated, and we'll see. You know, he's got teleport advantage.
He can do some stuff.
He's got teleport advantage.
Locket's completed for Blabber. I like it. Just when you're playing tank jungler, just go support items. Honestly, it just feels like it's way more impactful. The Zeke's is obviously really powerful and cheap. And then Locket as well. When you're thinking about TF, you're thinking of Jarvan, you're thinking of calling all of this upfront damage that's coming through from the Sentinels comp. Locket's going to help shut that down.
Blabber's approaching this.
Are they going to get here? Or are we going to get this Rip Trail? Blabber's going to try and smite steal it while we're all here. We stunned him. We got it.
It's not. Oh, it's perfect timing on the
But
stun.
now he hits my ult.
APA's here. Oh, God.
He hit my ult. Wait.
Oh,
wait.
God.
Darkwing. Somebody kill that guy. Sven again. Oh, no. Humbug's dead.
I mean, if Darkwings can get out, their utils good. Impact might be caught.
Impact.
He has no flash. He has no flash.
Impact is cat. 4 people are gonna. These 4 people are busy.
It's so crazy to watch this. He's just getting thrown around on every side, right? He's getting pulled in every direction.
And then his. And then.
Oh, is he playing Scion? He's
yes.
Scion, yeah.
So then he has a passive where he has a zombie form for a while.
Yeah, and they just run away from him.
To avoid the Maokai ult, and then in comes
the Maokai ult and the Ziggs ult.
So the problem, yes, because the problem with the Maokai ult is you can't all be in a little group because the Maokai ult stun all of you.
And then the Ziggs ult is just perfect for you to just.
Then they just drop the Ziggs ult into your group, and you're all damaged a lot.
God. It's
teleports into your Cataclysm too.
Sickening.
And you had Darkwings flash out of their own Cataclysm after ulting in point blank to this Aphelios. So you literally like. Just,
At least the good news is it's even. All their players are evenly ahead.
They're all about 1K ahead for the most part.
Yeah. They're all. Rahel. Rahel.
He's dead.
Is he dead? Yes.
He's diving that?
Wow. What the hell? Wow.
What was that? Like LeBron James dunked on him. What was that?
Rowan's Underland, we are getting 3-0'd. But like I said, my goal for today was make it more than 80 minutes. We have a very new team together. We're in the upper final. Cloud9 is 4 guys who were great last year who replaced 1 player, and they are on a roll. They've been crushing people. We won 2-1, 3-2. They're winning 2-0 in record time. So, yes.
The beneficiary of some plays that are happening around him, you know?
Yeah, this was not a match I expected to win.
The problem has been this damn mid jungle. They're too good.
Tarek thought I was Tarek. You thought I was being extreme when I said my goal was to make it more than 80 minutes. How's it looking now? Oh, we're about to get to 80.
Are we coming up on 80?
We're about to get to 80. Yeah,
we are. You're right. You're right.
My first reaction when you said
Well, we're guaranteed to get to 80.
like some sort of like
Where are we?
noise or something.
Yeah, it's only a couple more minutes, right?
I know. Yes. I think we're at 59.
Okay.
So it's not guaranteed. Just saying.
Cloud9 are gonna take
No, we got
it
that.
You're proud, yeah.
Are we really going to get a Drake here? You know what? Just try and burn it. It doesn't matter if we all die. Just go for it. Here comes that Maokai ult. Here comes that Rob Moore Maokai. Here comes this Maokai ult.
They do so much poke. Rob, look how much poke they do. The fight
by
hasn't
the way.
even started.
No, by the
And
way.
we're at quarter HP.
No. By the way, see, Tarek, what did I tell you what's going to happen? What's happening now? See, like,
What's happening now is we started dragging for them to jump us.
yeah, no, but I'm saying, what did I tell you about game 3 when you get rolled game 1 and 2? It
Yeah,
looks
we
like
started
this.
Overcompensating. You get
Yeah, like, why were we trying to take the Drake there? We're down by 6K gold.
Because we're tilted.
We're
That's
definitely
exactly
going to
why.
lose. So it's like, what are we trying to accomplish? We're giving them the third Drake. We just
They're not in
needed
the
to
right
chill.
headspace.
But no one can ever chill
But
that when you're in this space. That's just not where people go. They just go, let's go for the crazy play, see what happens.
It's hard to keep cool. Yeah.
You know what? It's what happens. Like I said.
How much percentage of the game do you think is like mental?
I'm starting my ult, okay? Yeah.
Like
half.
compared to like you
Well,
say 50%.
I'm going to
skill,
say 50%. Well, 50% is mental and communication, right? Versus mechanics, right? So that's the question: is how do you differentiate between mental and mechanics, right?
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I would agree. I would even put more on mental, but yeah, I agree.
Now, by the way, Tarek, isn't this C9 Appreciation Month anyway?
Why is that?
Didn't you win your major in February?
No.
It wasn't February. It was January.
Yeah, it's been a month.
Oh, it's already been a month. It's been a while.
No, I think I go back to my.
Oh my
Never
goodness.
mind.
Like I said.
God, Darkwings can't even throw a card at them.
No, but see,
Oh,
Tarek,
God,
what did I
looks
tell
so
you this
funny
match?
here.
What did I tell you this game was?
So funny.
What did I tell you this game was going to look like? It was going to look just like this. It's just what happens in best of fives. The team who loses the first two just kind of starts trolling.
Is it that clean cut though? Then how are the teams reverse sweeping the mental? It's the mental.
Mental. Or they make one of these crazy plays and win, and then they go, oh, okay, and then they
So
snowball.
the other team, or it goes the other way. The
Yes.
other team thinks they already won.
Yes.
And they start messing around.
Man,
So it goes both
look at
ways,
this, you're
really.
TF, you're way behind. You're like, don't worry, guys, I'll gold card someone.
But yeah, so APA is known for trolling the other team in all chat during the game.
So, they even
He's
have
talking to them right now?
kills now, so
Yeah,
good
he'll
luck
just start
finding
spamming
pick.
stuff in
Probably
the,
having
in the
GG,
all
like,
chat.
he's having
Yeah.
GG.
Or he'll say, wow, he'll say, nice flash.
Maybe they wouldn't have been so bad in vain. Maybe we should have gone
Yes.
this game.
Basically, it was Valorant. He'd
is
say,
actually
if it was
some good
Valorant,
shit.
he'd say, nice team flash.
Not an answer we're going to ever be able to
That's what APA would do if it was Valorant.
That's some good shit.
Okay, if this was Valorant, it was a best of 5. We're down 0-2, and we're down
10-2 at half.
We're down 111.
111, not
Yeah,
even
111.
10-2. Oh god.
And
Humbucks.
we're about to lose
They're
the
denying-
pistol.
yeah,
And we're about to lose the
Humbug-
pistol at
Humbug tried hiding in sight while all
Yes.
of them snuck by, but someone cleared him last second.
No, look how
That's
many
the equivalent
wards.
of him trying to smite
No,
that.
no. Look how many wards are up there.
Yeah. No, he tried hiding in the sight,
Yeah,
but we knew he was
inside,
there. We
hiding
dart
inside.
scanned him.
So chat, for those of you who don't know League of Legends, all those little blue bars. Wait, why is my
My thing's buffered too. We're good.
all those blue bars are vision for the blue team. And so every person, why is it buffering?
Oh, me too.
We might have to resync here.
Yeah.
So therefore, when
buffering.
there's 4 blue, those are wards that they can use to see. And so when there's 4 of them, they can pretty much see everybody. Hey, Darkwing's getting some gold. Not giving up.
Already preparing the post-match interview.
By the way, Tarek, we're still not past 80 minutes.
What's 80 minutes? How
Right
many
now.
minutes do we need?
Okay, right there. 80 minutes. Boom.
22? Is it 22?
What's your clock?
22:01,
All right.
02,
Yeah.
03.
All right. We're 1 second, but at this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we are now officially at 81 minutes. Now,
So this was a good day.
yeah, it's a good day. But like I said, right? See, now we'll get an objective bounty here. This is where I was telling you this looks
a crap ton of gold.
But I was saying this looks weird, but the weird is, see, an objective bounty has been claimed. So he got extra gold for taking that turret because we're so far behind.
I see. Also, we've seen crazier throws in League.
True. And like I said, that's why teams just say, what the hell? Let's just YOLO. Who knows what happens?
YOLO and end it.
Yeah. Let's either YOLO and get back in it or YOLO and end it and go get ready for Saturday. And that's what's happening right now.
Get out of
See,
there.
what did I tell you? How long is this game going to last, Eric?
Oh, God.
What did I tell you?
Yeah,
I said, this is what will happen in game 3.
Did the games progressively get shorter? I think they did.
No, but I'm saying.
First game was the longest.
No, they're about the same. They're about 30 minutes each. But look, this game is lasting 23 minutes. Tarek, it went 82 minutes.
Yeah.
I can see the future. You laughed at me when I said 80 minutes. It was 82.
I did laugh because that's just an insane way to look at it.
But that's what happened yesterday. That's what happened. That's what happened Friday and Saturday. Like when the better team wins game 1, like the team that's not as good starts to take risks, like we did, where we took the crazy risk top, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, the Humbach Baron play. It'll haunt us for days.
So
hopefully not that long. We got to play next week.
So we play next Saturday. The winner of Liquid Lion. No, wait, does Santiago start next week?
Santiago starts 28th.
That's next week.
So
but you know what's good about that? Oh, have they said the match times yet?
I think it's 9 a.m. Pacific.
Oh, so Tarek.
9 a.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Pacific.
Perfect. So you can cruise by.
What time does it start?
1 o'clock.
Okay, then it should. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess
no,
we'll see.
But it's a best of 5.
It depends. Yeah.
No,
I'm
saying
it'll definitely be going on. Yeah.
So I'm saying we're playing a best of 5. So when you're done with Valorant, you can cruise by for the last game. Yeah, you can cruise by. Anyway, so yes, now everyone can flame me on Reddit. That's totally fine. I won't read Reddit. I'll see what Tactical Rab has to say. So therefore, for anyone who wants to get my attention now, right? Because I've now said everything I'm going to say. Whatever, the next time I'm going to get an update is from Tactical Rab tomorrow morning.
You think he's going to do a report on it? Yeah.
You don't think it's going to be the triple headline of his video tomorrow?
I mean, it already is on Reddit right now. It's got like 400 comments probably. Let's see. Yeah, it's got 300 comments already.
So I feel like between my Twitter and your chat, I've kind of identified all of the questions that needed to be responded to. So people have the information. Like I said, you can tell me I'm an idiot. That's totally fine. But at the end of the day, we convinced Nadeshot to be our coach, and we couldn't pass that up.
I like the narrative.
That's the narrative. Nadeshot was ready to coach. Nadeshot was like, I'm tired of losing to Sentinels. I finally got a win. Now I'm going to go coach Sentinels. But it was funny the first time somebody showed me that photo and said Nadeshot, and I was like, wait, that does look like Nadeshot.
That's what they were saying in my chat too when you announced the press release. I was like, what?
It was very funny. So there's no question Kaplan's going to come out angrily responding. I understand. Like, I wouldn't be happy either if my boss said why I got fired. But at the end of the day, like, you got to own your mistakes in life, right? And so my mistake was not intervening in September. That was the mistake I made, but now I have to fix it. So, all right. So, Tarek, thank you for coming by. It was an interesting timing. And like I said, next week, once the matches from San Diego, cruise by for like map 3 and see if we last more than 80 minutes.
Yeah. It'll be better because this is C9 here. So I think it should be a better game. But you're messing up my league record though, Rob. I'm not going to lie.
I told you. No. What did I say to you? A win today was 80 minutes plus.
Fair.
And we got 82.
That's true.
It's all about expectations and delivering on expectations. So, Ewok wasn't planning on returning to coaching, but was like, this is a spectacular opportunity to join Sentinels. So he was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
And so, somebody very smart about the game suggested it to me. We spoke to him. And we were all on the same page about what the issues were and what we needed to do. So we're like, okay, we're going to jump and make this work.
I'm excited to see what they cook.
So By the way, here's the only thing I want to say, Tarek. I'll say one last positive thing for me, and then we'll move on. Okay? Because what do players like Marv and Saucy say about having been on Sentinels?
Yeah, they say it was a great time.
Yeah, because we're all here. We're all very invested. We're all very connected to the team. It's not like I'm here every day. I'm here as much as the players are, or not, if not more. And so relative to the team chemistry and the team dynamic, I always have a very good sense of what's happening with the team. Mm-hmm. And so when I can tell this team is not believing in themselves and the path they're on, then it's also like, okay, you got to make a change. So
yeah,
that's where we're going.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Wish me luck, Tarek.
What do you mean? Where are you going? Where are you going?
We're starting the rebuild. Don't laugh. You'll end up on the Sentinels rebuild.
Wait a minute. I laughed. You guys take me?
I told you. I told you the sixth man was available.
I laughed. Take me.
I told you the sixth man was available.
Oh, God.
All right. Chat, thank you for being part of this. If you dislike anything I've said, like I said, there are plenty of other orgs to root for. That is always your choice.
I think people are, for the most part, appreciative of the transparency they probably don't get from other orgs. But yeah, I mean, everyone does have that choice. So it is in your hands who you root for.
And like I said, at the end of the day, I have to make these decisions, and they're always the hard one, right? Like when we replace Psycho, it's like, are we going to make this change in the middle of the year, and is it going to go better or worse? That one went sideways first, right? Like nothing got better in 2023 until we brought John on board as IGL. And then we went on a run. So now we're bringing John back as IGL. So
I guess this is the equivalent of like what NRG did with Bankar.
Yes, kind of.
John.
So it is what it is. It was as bad of us as a kickoff as it could have been. Like when I said to people you had to have patience, right? My expectation was we would be in 5th, 6th, not 9th, 10th. And nowhere close, right? Like here's the thing. In hindsight, Tarek, the Leviathan match in hindsight. Given how Cloud9 destroyed them the next day, how does the Leviathan match look in hindsight as us getting O2'd by Leviathan?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you're like, okay, we're not heading in the right direction here. We need to make some changes. So John will return as IGL, and we will be figuring out the duelist role going forward. So, like I said, keep your eye out for VCT scrims and tactical ravs. I'm sure there'll be plenty of stories about who we're trialing.
It's about to be a storm on social media.
It is going to be a storm for the next 2 weeks for sure. So, anyone who says John is an IGL is L should be banned from your chat, Tarek. That should be just black and white. Like, here's what I love about that take, right? Getting back to the Kaplan was 6 for 7. Okay, and every one of those times, John was his IGL, and we went 6 for 7. So, like I said, it's as Tarek said, there's a difference between rage bait and just saying something really stupid. Shouldn't there be a threshold, Tarek, that if someone says something that stupid, you just need to take them out of the conversation?
You can't threshold it as rage bait. I think that's the full justification of rage bait. Like the stupider it is and the better it gets to you is the more rage bait it is.
But it is just one of those things where you're like, come on, guys, that's amazing. It doesn't even make you, because you know what the problem is? When it's that dumb, it's not even rage bait, because then you just kind of laugh and say, okay, that's as dumb as it gets.
Yeah.
So, yes, who do you go with, Bill Belichick or Tom Brady?
I saw that Belichick didn't get his Hall of Fame.
By the way, and you know what happened?
Is that now rigged as hell?
Okay, so Tarek, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, okay? Yeah. Bill Belichick thought it was Tom Brady's fault. He was losing. And you know what happened?
What was that?
Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and won the Super Bowl immediately the next year, and Bill Belichick came in last place.
Damn. Pull the Vikings on him.
So maybe sometimes you got to bet on the player at the end of the day.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
So Bill Belichick was like, hey, Tom Brady let me down. So anyway, like I said, it is what it is. This couldn't have gone worse, and we're starting here. And Sen pulled a Sam Darnold. Yes, Except Zekken was supposed to win. Zekken was supposed to win Santiago. That's the only place this went wrong. Is Zekken was supposed to win Santiago.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed for Zach because I'm a huge Zekken fan. I'm his biggest fan. I was as disappointed for him to leave as chat was. So, all right.
All right.
I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Rob. I'll see you next
All
week.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Chat, if you want to ask me some more questions, I'm off with Derek. Let me close that. Make sure it's closed. Okay. Anyone still wants to ask me some questions in the chat that's just the Sen chat, not full Derek chat, feel free to ask some more questions. So part of the issue is also about team chemistry, because I think certainly in terms of Cortez and what was happening with Cortez, things were not headed in the right direction. And so that is also part of where things were going is like I said, from where we were even 3 months ago with this roster at kickoff or in the preseason, and even then as we progressed through the 4 matches at kickoff, we just didn't see things moving in the right direction. So that's why it's like, okay, we need to make a big shift here to get something in the right direction. And yeah, we might be going sideways for stage 1 and then really hoping stage 2 next year we're back at top. That's the goal. So now Tarek's chat, their number one question is, hey, Tarek, you going to be streaming Tuesday? Because you must be trialing on Tuesday. I think the one key thing Ewok brings is he definitely has a structure and a very specific approach for the players, because we do have some young players and they need structure. Oily, hairy feet, I think your Brady Belichick analogy makes no sense. I'm talking about John, QT, and Kaplan. So Kaplan decided he should replace John after champs. So that's the Brady Belichick. No, I said that Redux, Cortez, John are all the 3 people we're building around. And there were... Tens wasn't Brady. Tens retired. Brady left to Tampa Bay because they thought he was washed. So, Min Jacks. Tarek Rain. I think the biggest thing is, right, we have 2 very young players in Redux and Cortez, and getting them structure of how they're going to go about their practice, their approach to scrims. And like I said, and then really connecting again with John as to how to get the team going again. The Tarek Raid. How do we have 3,200 people, Tarek Raid? Okay, I'm going to sit here and answer questions for better or worse to this chat, as I have been. Choppin2824 is a goat in this chat where he likes to gift subs. And so we're going to be looking for a new duelist, whether that means Redux moves to primary duelist or we bring someone else in, but that definitely just did not work. As however it came to be and however the team came together, that did not work. See, last year, my point was, after last year, I would have said, let's make no changes or let's make one change. Like, I would have definitely advocated for Redux joining the team, but to blow it up completely was definitely not where I wanted to go. Like I said, what I said earlier was, anytime Dare Knight Tens calls me and says, Rob, put me in, he's in. Tens is the GOAT. Tens is my favorite player of all time. When Tens is 40, if he wants to play for us, we will sign him. Yes, the TLDR is, after champs, Kaplan kind of felt like his core players let him down and he wanted to rebuild. And so replacing John QT at IGL being the most aggressive of those, because the thing with Zekken is we were going to have to make a new contract with him, but Kaplan did not want Zekken to be his duelist going forward. Like, he believed in Narrate replacing Zekken, which was definitely something the org had big concerns about. 2v2 skirmish for your roster spot? That's not a bad question. Yeah, like I said, relative to Bang, that in terms of Kaplan rebuilding the roster, he just felt like he had better options for that role. But like I said, we let Kaplan make the changes in the offseason, some of which we disagreed with. And now we're in the place where we have no choice but to no, wait, how is this growing on top of itself? Top chat. All right, let's see what else you got. Redux John Cortez. That is who we were rebuilding with Ewok as coach. Gunter will be the assistant coach. Bring back tens, as I've said many times. I have no idea what's happening there. I'm just going to let it keep going. Alex could tell me what I've done. I do not know what I've done, but it's just infinite Robs in the screen. 4 frozen Robs. 1 live Rob that's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. What happened, Alex?
Did the stream end?
Oh, the stream ended. That's what happened.
So it's just mirroring.
So what do I need to do?
Okay.
Nothing? Oh, it's this?
Oh, no. It's because you're watching your... Here. You are...
Am I watching the YouTube channel? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're watching the YouTube channel.
All right.
So what you need to do is... We'll just go back to this and then read the chat on there. Or just have something else on this on this monitor.
Yes. Got it. Chat was having a good time. There are a lot of big names that have been rumored as free agents. The door is open. There's no one we're closing out as a possibility. So if there's someone that seems obvious to you, then it would be obvious to us. But like I said, at Charlie Lipsy on Twitter, he appreciates it when I say that, to do that to him. So that always makes me laugh on a day that everybody needs a good laugh. Yeah, the 3 players will be the core of the trials. And John is the IGL, will be the core of us figuring out who the roster is going forward. And so that is how it will be built. You know, Ewok and John at the front of it, and then working with us to figure it out. What I said about Caillou was, yeah, he was put in a very tough situation. And so, you know, he's certainly... not experienced, but I think he'll get the opportunity again. I think he definitely has it in him. But relative to our choices of John, who has 2 years of going to 6 international events out of 7, that when he's ready to, like, he didn't step down as IGL. That was a decision Kaplan made, which was to promote Caillou and not have John be the IGL anymore. And so, given how badly it's gone, that we're like, okay, we just need the experience and leadership of John, and he will be working with Ewok, and then with Charlie and Eric, who oversee competitive operations for us and building the roster. Well, the issue partly when it comes to where people play is also about what the roles are, because relative to who the other possibilities are, so therefore it's unclear which roles will be available. Cortez will definitely be the Senti player, and then Redux could either be the Smoke's second duelist or primary duelist. Those are all the issues we'll be working through. The only coach we talked to was Ewok, somebody very smart in this game, recommended him as a potential person. And so we talked to Ewok, and he was excited about the possibility. We were excited about him. And so he led RRQ to a great year last year. They came in, they had a rough kickoff, and then made one roster change, I think, and then came in, they won stage 1 and lost to Paper X stage 2. And so, that's what he accomplished in RQ, who certainly in Asia Pacific is not at the level of budget as an org like Gen G or T1 or even DRX. So for him, he took a step back. He was doing commentary with Asia Pacific for the kickoff tournament. And so having that opportunity to have him be part of the org at this point, as we needed to do a rebuild, was something important. And so having that opportunity and somebody that, in our minds, with that level of skill, felt like the right time to make the change. Yeah, Jonah P is definitely someone who's on our radar. But again, you don't know what his choices are, what he wants to do. And so he is definitely a possibility. But you always have that issue, right, of does he see a better opportunity? We hope not. We absolutely hope that he, but again, you don't know how scrims are going to go, how trials are going to go, and if that all works out together. Well, I think Rishval, two things, right? That's where you get back into how's the team progressing? How is the chemistry of the team developing? So to say that 100 Thieves should be better than us is a real commentary on the decisions we made of roster and of how we've been doing so far, of basically coming back to hey, we should expect to be worse than 100 Thieves. That was not Kaplan's pitch to us of what he expected of this roster. That was not saying, hey, Rob, this roster is going to come in 9th, 10th, but trust me, it'll get there later. That was not where we were supposed to be. And so as teams really started to progress, right? Like, for instance, our Waylay play did not develop, right? That was not happening for us. So that's where you just get into the issue of what's working, what's not working, what's developing, what's not developing. All right, so chat, thank you all for hanging out. Like I said, it's never fun when you replace somebody. And Kaplan had a great run here, and we appreciate that. But at the end of the day, there are some times where things go so sideways, you just have to have a fresh start, and that's what we're doing. So, all right, and those of you who would like to watch Sentinels play next week, we play next Saturday. We're in the lower final. We're in the lower final. We play the winner of Team Liquid Lion. They play Friday, we play Saturday, and then the grand final is Sunday against Cloud9, who has definitely shown themselves to be the absolute top team in the world. They they replaced only one player, so they've shown a real chemistry the other teams don't have yet. Liquid changed 3 of the 5. Lion is basically a brand new team, and we're basically a brand new team. So Cloud9 has definitely hit the ground running and has looked really clean in their last 3 matches. So, all right. Thank you all. And we will come by next Saturday. We will be here. We can catch up. You can, again, on the breaks, you can ask me Valorant questions. All right.